Hallo und herzlich willkommen auf meinem Kanal. Hey, wenn du dich hier rüber verlaufen hast, ja, du hast gelesen, was wir spielen. Das erste Mal, dass ich so eine Art Spiel spiele. Vorwarnung zu Beginn. Ihr müsst lesen. Außer ihr könnt Englisch, dann könnt ihr Englisch lesen. Ich sag euch auch warum. Hier, unten beim Sound. Nicht beim Sound. Ich hab die Musik komplett leise gemacht, weil ihr mich nervt. Äh, da, und zwar gibt's einmal Englisch und Japanisch. Deswegen bin ich bei Englisch und Deutsch Untertitel. Sei also glücklich, dass ich überhaupt Deutsch Untertitel reinmache. Beziehungsweise überhaupt Untertitel. Also, jetzt bin ich ruhig, weil es das nicht
Does the
kannst.
color of the sky mean anything special to you? It does to me. A hell of a lot. When I close my eyes, the sky in my dreams is a deep, dark blue. Pilots have been in my family for 4 generations. Flying's in my DNA. Even so, my grandpa didn't want me joining the Air Force. He lost faith in the Ocean Air Defense the day my dad died in battle.
You know, Abby, I wish you could see what it's like up there. Cruising above the clouds, the dark blue of the stratosphere. Nothing beats being at the controls and seeing it from the cockpit. Look here.
Gramps tossed a magazine over to me with an article. Unmanned fighters are no longer a dream, it read. Pilots taking to the skies will soon be a distant memory.
I don't see anything good coming from that.
Know what? Lying smack dab in the middle of the desert west of here, there's a bunch of planes from the last war. Some of them have been mothballed, but most of them are just rusted piles of junk waiting to be scrapped. Gramps was really good friends with the super there, so he got to take whatever he wanted, no questions asked. That's how we got the parts to build our own plane. Now, when I say we, I mean me, my grandpa, and his old war buddies. I cut my teeth working with those geezers. They taught me their skills and some dirty jokes. But with their aging eyeballs and whatnot, I ended up having to do most of the work myself. I was at the airstrip doing some flight training when I saw it. A prototype drone. It wasn't much of a plane, more of a trash can with wings.
Laugh at it all you want, kid. But technology's always changing. If you don't keep up with it, it'll leave your ass behind.
It took 6 years and 8 months to get that engine running. And it took us another 1.5 years after that to finally get the balance of the airframe just right. I'd gone from being a little girl to, well, still a girl, just older. But now, I was all alone. Wherever the souls of my Gramps and his pals are flying, I hope it's peaceful. Then, finally, I was ready to break the sound barrier. All this plane could do was take off, accelerate, and fly up. So, I flew up, straight up, through the clouds, high up into the sky. Dark blue. I could almost touch it. Then I saw Osia's fighters. They were tailing something. A drone. They were going full out chasing that thing. doing 30 Gs at least. Damn, I've never seen anything move that fast. It had a rose painted on it. The Erusian emblem. But that country's a whole continent away from here.
Right. You should have put in my best to see this piece of junk. Should have built a deterrent too.
Was für Wichser. Ich habe damit nichts zu tun gehabt. Ich flieg so ein Teil nicht. Ich hab Standard. Oh. Ja, alle da. Grüß dich. Ja, jawohl.
I said settle down.
Ja.
You have all been instrumental in helping to maintain peace in Usea as members of the International Union Peacekeeping Force. Until today. Earlier, our radar site informed us that a group of unidentified aircraft was approaching. Communication systems went down immediately afterwards. We are led to conclude that they have attacked the site.
Das ist nicht gut.
Here's your mission. It's possible that the Usian ceasefire agreement has been broken for the first time in over a decade.
Oh, nee.
As of today, Fort Bray's Air Base Squadron of the IUPF has been put on high alert.
Okay.
All members who have been ordered to sortie, fly there immediately. Find the unidentified craft, then use your weapons to round them up and force them to land.
Okay.
If the hostiles counterattack, then you will...
What the hell was that?
Gegenangriff würde ich das mal nennen.
We're under attack. Numerous unidentified aircraft confirmed overhead.
What? How is that
Darf ich
possible?
die jetzt
The tank farm
töten?
to the north has been bombed.
Many injured.
Scramble! All units, take off and eliminate the unidentified craft attacking the base!
Mach hin.
This is not a drill!
Ich weiß. Ah, das hat aber lange gedauert. Ein Ziel war auch richtig krass. Okay. Okay, gut. Muss ja auch starten. Was fliege ich wohl? Fliege ich das Flugzeug, das man eigentlich am Anfang haben sollte? Oder fliege ich das, was ich lieber mag? Ja, bitte. Gibt es hier irgendein anderes? Ich mal doch Mage, oder? Ja, ich mal Mage. Ich hab doch Schnee, oder? Was ich so drin habe. Ich würde gerne das Emblem wechseln. Muss ich den anderen Skin dafür drin haben? Sekunde. Ja, okay. Gut.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Ja, wir sind Mage. Ach, scheiß drauf. Wir sind jetzt... Das ist ein Amerikaner Flieger, also fliege ich auch als 1 Amerika. Und schieße auf irgendwelche russischen Flugzeuge. In dem Fall Bomber. Das kann ich am besten. Irgendwas drauf schießen. Wird dann schief gehen.
Radar site's still silent. Scramble. Get those birds in the sky. We're sitting ducks. What's happening? Bombers incoming. Don't know how many.
Let's clear that runway. We don't got all day here.
Mage Squadron, head to runway. Golem Squadron, take off. Link to Skykeeper. Hurry, Mage Squadron.
Ah ja. So. Schwachstück. Und das ist eine Hure da.
Trigger, your call sign is Mage 2. Verify and read back. Mage 2, clear for takeoff. The situation is tight. It's a hell of a welcoming party. We have faith in you. Good luck.
So, Flugzeug, mach mal ohne die Förderung. Ich guck ganz kurz.
Mage 2, altitude restrictions.
Kabel nehmen.
Good luck.
The carrier. Whoa. Looks like the harbor's taken a lot of damage.
Alle blauen.
Casualties. Time to stop the bullshit.
Just down.
Form up with Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Ah.
Understood.
This is the AWACS Skykeeper.
Was mache ich denn jetzt? Gleich wieder
Take
umdrehen
down
da
all
hinten?
unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in
So
the
machst
last
du das
attack.
Gemache.
Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco.
Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element.
bin im Element.
Enemy
Ich flieg
bomber
vor dir.
confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Das funktioniert,
Not
okay?
bad, Mage 2.
Immer wieder gerne. Ich bin nach da
Trigger,
oben.
switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Ja, vor uns.
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken.
Natürlich.
They're way overhead. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Ja, Sekunde, ich kann nur so schnell wie ich nur kann.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. Just asking for another round. All escorts follow up for another attack. Point is 835.
Hä?
Watch out for the support aircraft.
Evading missile.
Oh, oh.
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Target confirmed.
So machen wir das hier.
Looking good, Mage 2.
So machen das die Amerikaner.
Mage 2, targets in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet. Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Ich soll meine Füße nass machen? Okay.
Caution. Pull up.
Kein Spaß, ich bring mich nicht selbst um. Oh. Hallo. Sorry, ich bin ein Idiot, okay. Ich kann meine eigene Dummheit nicht davor verstecken, dass ich eigentlich fliegen kann. Das passiert ab und zu, wenn ich doof bin.
Mage 2, Mage 1. All aircraft, let's do this. Golem Squadron, it's go time.
Roger that.
Going for understood.
This is the AWAC Skykeeper. Take down all unidentified bombers. They don't have many escorts. They hit our radars hard in the last attack. Expect the worst and stay sharp.
Wilco. Trigger, I'm your wingman. Fly with me now. That's what it means to be in an element. You gotta keep an eye out for enemy bombers.
Enemy bomber confirmed down. Good job, Mage 2.
Not bad, Mage 2. Trigger, switch your radar. See if you can locate the enemy.
Ja, die Kamera muss ich ein bisschen anpassen.
There it is, sitting there all pretty, just waiting to be taken. They're way overhead.
Harbor fuel storage is intact. Is asking for another round. All escorts follow up for another attack. Point is 835.
Watch out for the support aircraft.
What's your six? Bandit!
Enemy support eliminated. This should make the job easier. Destroy the target. Target confirmed down. Looking good, Mage 2. Mage 2, target's in range. Pair of bombers.
Trigger, stay calm. You got this. I know the kid's shown some promise, but let's remember, he's still barely gotten his feet wet.
So. Na komm.
Trigger, don't forget your special weapon.
Ja, ich werde die nicht vergessen, aber die ist halt da unten offen.
Missile launched. Targeting gun range.
That's it. It's great when it's simple.
We've done enough damage to the harbor to carry our and enemy fleet. Drop payload on installations and return to base.
Enemy bomber down. Nice going, Mage 2.
Not too shabby, Mage 2. You still got a long way to go, kid. I'll give you some pointers back at base if you can make it in one piece. Skykeeper, this is Mage 1, over. Tally 2 bandits.
Copy that. It's a bomber and an escort.
Oh, there, Trigger. Settle down. Mage 2, maintain your element with Mage 1. Do not break off. Mage 1, make sure he doesn't do anything stupid. Wilco. Golem 2, let's maintain element.
Copy that, Commander. I've got your 6 covered, sir.
Radio.
Mage,
Uah,
two
ist
enemy
runter.
crews.
Komm, zieh hoch, du Wichser.
This is HQ. Attention all combat crews. Are there any drones? Verify.
Drones? Are you kidding me right now? Jesus, this is the kind of shit that really chaps my ass. UAVs? I can't tell them apart.
Ja, schießt er drauf. Türen wieder raus, ja. Dieses Flugzeug wird mich noch hassen. Das, was ich gerade fliege. Gott, wie ist auch sehr. Ich glaube an meine Rakete.
Don't let them destroy the harbor. Where the hell are our fighters? The harbor is under heavy fire.
Bomber hit by a missile.
Stall warning. H2 bandit confirmed down.
They can burn with their whole payload.
Ich habe die zum Landen gezwungen, okay?
Hesitating for a split second could be the difference between
No
life and
problem.
death. Stay sharp, think fast.
Roger that.
Das mache ich jedes Mal, Junge. Was glaubst du, warum ich die alle abschieße? Und keinen zurücklasse. Fix abstürzendes Wrack.
One remaining.
Mage 2, keep your focus. You got this.
Er landet sanft.
To Gollum and Mage. Job well done. All bombers are down. Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
Good going, Mage 2. Flight Commander looks like he's got what it takes. Let's slow down. It's just one sortie. Don't try to be a hero. I want you to make it back in one piece, you hear?
Yeah, I gotta side with the boss man on this.
Gollum Squadron, this is HQ. Did you confirm any drones?
Muss ich mich gerade mal in Lied halten, okay. Ja, was ist damit?
Gollum 1, return to base and report for debriefing.
Was sind das für eine MiG-21?
Your call sign is Mage 2.
Das ist jetzt nochmal hier die, das
Situation is tight.
gerade gemacht haben.
We have faith in you. Good luck.
So, jetzt nochmal schön.
Do me a favor and get that bird in the air ASAP.
Mage 2, altitude restriction is...
Schau ich mir aber nicht nochmal an. Ist eigentlich ganz in Ordnung, muss halt einfach die Mission ordentlich spielen. Dann sieht es auch schön aus.
We are currently assessing the damage to the base. We have confirmed that the aircraft carrier Albatross was sunk. We know the attacking bogies were from Erusia. International Union peacekeeping force bases all over the Yusian continent were attacked in the same way. The damage is severe. Many wars are lost by failing to recover from the opening blows. That means successfully retaliating was very important. You may have turned the tides of battle here. You have our thanks.
Ich sehe nochmal meine Spur und die grüne. Also hier, also ihr seht doch die X, damit ihr seht, wann ich wen umgebracht habe. Also relativ zielgerade. Aufs Ziel. Und der fliegt ein bisschen komisch. Ja, da hatte ich das kleine Stallproblem. Aber er war eigentlich ganz in Ordnung. Na komm. 7 Minuten gedauert, das ist eine ganz normale Zeit.
As of 1 p.m. today, the Kingdom of Erusia has declared war on the Osean Federation. As soon as the news broke out, enemy aircraft began bombing Osean territory, causing widespread destruction. The Air Defense Force has released a statement saying this violent attack was carried out by drones. They speculate the drones were secretly transported to Osea in shipping containers and launched remotely. The Secretary of the Navy has stated that the enemy was targeting naval ports across the country. According to the Secretary, all of the nation's aircraft carriers, including one still under construction, sustained severe damage in the attacks. We have yet to hear back from the department as to the fate of Osean carriers currently at sea. Hold on. I've just received breaking news. The International Space Elevator, which is being built in southern Usea, has been seized by the Erusian army. Reports say former President Harling was touring the site at the time, but his current whereabouts are unknown. Our sources in government tell us it was Harling's policies regarding the space elevator that caused economic frictions in the area, and which ultimately led to this war. Located near Erusia, on the continent of Usea, the space elevator has been under construction for some time now. The Executive Office of the Osean Federation has declared a national state of emergency. They have ordered all its armed forces, including Usian peacekeepers, to mobilize and make the necessary preparations to launch an immediate counterattack. Ladies and gentlemen, our country is officially at war. Stay tuned for further updates.
Breaking news from ENN.
Okay.
Osea launched an attack on the capital today, striking Farbanti from their aircraft carrier, the Kestrel II. After a brutal battle, the Erusian Air Force successfully repelled them. During the air raid, the Osean Air Force fired missiles at the city and managed to shoot down a number of Erusian fighters. Some of the disabled planes then crashed into residential areas.
Also haben wir jetzt gerade beide Seiten des Buchs gesehen quasi.
The world was screwed.
Die kämpfen und die
20
andere.
years ago, the Earth got slammed by an asteroid.
Dann daraus die
Usea was on the wrong side of the planet and got hit. Hard. Refugees swarmed the Erusian Republic, the biggest country on the continent, plunging it into chaos. They were desperate and started a war, one they had no hope of winning. That's the war my dad fought and died in. The biggest nations from 2 continents went head-to-head, and the so-called righteous Oseans struck the deal that ended it. They fancied themselves the only nation that could bring peace and stability to the world. They even tried saving the Usians, still suffering from the disaster. That's how a space elevator, stretching way up into the sky, ended up being built in Usea, paid for by the Oseans. President Harling said he did it out of compassion for his fellow humans. But to the folks in Erusia, it looked like Osea was moving in to take over. Erusia went from being a republic back to being a kingdom. When they started this new war, they managed to get the drop on everyone. The second the declaration hit the news, Erusian forces took control of the space elevator without spilling a single drop of blood. President Harling was touring the elevator when it happened and disappeared. Then, while that was going on, the Erusian ships that were docked all around Osea released a swarm of drone fighters they had hidden on board in containers. No one thought they were capable of doing what they did that day. With pinpoint accuracy, they managed to take out everything that was military, and not a single civilian was hurt in the process. Osea pissed lots of people off with their huge military presence around the world. Erusia didn't have the same reach, but they could hit their targets faster and cleaner. And when all this was going down, I just so happened to be in my flying drag racer.
Tja, Pech.
In case you were wondering, yeah, I survived.
Aww.
I crashed in a bombed-out Osean Air Force base, then got arrested for breaking wartime aviation laws or some crap. The world went from being at peace to being at war, all in the blink of an eye.
Princess Rosa Cassette Delise of the Kingdom of Erusia. Today, Osean airstrikes have shattered the lives of countless Erusians.
Oh, leise.
Practically leveled the school I went to. It is heartbreaking. Tragic.
So die Prinzessin leise heulen, mal im Ernst.
I was tried, found guilty, and stuffed into a cargo ship. For company, I had some court-martialed soldiers. And remember those mothballed planes I told you about before? They were loaded on the ship, too. We headed off down south for several days, and then swung east. That's how I got here. I was thousands of kilometers from Erusea, on the opposite side of the Yuzian continent. For a port, it was dull as hell. It had 3 rusty patrol boats, and the base? The fences were topped with razor wire, the tower had a searchlight and machine guns, and a truck with a gun turret was parked in front of the gate. Its gun was aimed at the yard. This was a prison. This place looked like a full-on base, but half the tanker trucks were just big balloons, and the runways weren't even paved, just painted on the dirt.
Richtig
The
schön.
whole place was just one big fat lie. The only reason I was here is because they knew I'd restored a supersonic plane. They wanted me to make something out of the mothballed planes they brought, that they could park on the fake runway. Can you believe that shit? So, I tried to escape.
Pech.
They found out. And set the dogs on me.
Dümmstes Mädel ever. Das ist ein Militärstützpunkt, da kommst du nicht so leicht raus. Da musst du dich ein bisschen mehr anstrengen. Deswegen gibt's ja meistens
Erusea
eh das
has made a
Zeug raus.
declaration to the Osean Federation and all countries on the
Draufgehen
Yusian continent stationing
oder
the
machen,
IUN
was die wollen.
peacekeeping force that we are now at war. Right after the declaration was made, surprise attacks began around the continent that have inflicted major damage to our armed forces. Forces aligned with Erusea are currently appearing throughout Yusia.
Das ist ungünstig, oder?
The combination of these forces has overwhelmed the majority of the continent, and they are now encroaching on us in the east. Additionally, the multinational space elevator has been seized by the Erusian military. After the previous war, the space elevator became both a symbol of peace and a valuable asset in the fight against growing energy concerns. Whoever has control of it will have enormous influence over the entire continent.
Toll.
We cannot turn a blind eye to this critical situation. The Fort Gray's Air Base Squadron has been entered into the order of battle to reclaim the elevator as an advance element. First, you will attack all hostiles coming in the east of Schofield Plateau to stop any interference with the Allied ground troops. The enemy has deployed several vehicles equipped with anti-air radar along the roads. You are to destroy them.
Okay.
They should not pose much of a threat.
Okay.
However, there is a high likelihood that the attack will draw more enemy air support. If that happens, fight them off swiftly and establish air superiority.
Okay. Okay. Einfach alles töten, was weiß und rot markiert ist. Wird erledigt. Ich habe es nur mal gerade zusammengefasst, ein bisschen. Also quasi alles töten, was nicht weiß ist. Was nicht blau ist, sorry. Alles, was weiß ist und rot. Beziehungsweise grün. Also auf dem Radar weiß und sonst grün. So. Das alles umbringen, den Rest, das Blaue ist halt einfach lassen.
Mage Squadron, sortie, ASAP.
Ja. Ich kann nicht zaubern, Kollege. Ich hoffe, den wenigsten müsste dann echt den Skin wieder so, wie er sein sollte.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Intercept! Fire the AA! Clear our vehicle out of there! Where's our support? If you don't get some
off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Move the vehicle! We can't wait any longer. We need interceptors now.
APC destroyed.
Target
destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion. Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lockout to their targets, too. Mage 2 is shot down.
Ja, ich hab's mitbekommen. Das passiert übrigens, liebe Kinder, wenn ihr versucht, den zu langsam nach oben zu drehen.
Current target is on rails, but there's still military vehicles and anti-air weaponry. Destroy the target. But HQ has made it clear that no harm should come to civilians and no damage is to be done to public facilities.
But, any aircraft shot down could land in civilian territory.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
Do you have visual on the anti-air radar vehicles? They should be close.
Yep.
Fire the AA! Vehicle out of there!
It's popping off now, Trigger. The war has officially begun.
Permission to move the vehicle! We can't wait any
Wir
longer.
hören gerade die Raketen quasi als Bomben.
Target destroyed. 3 to go. Continue to engage at your discretion.
Was ist die
Enemy interceptors inbound. Prepare to engage in 30 seconds.
Wilco, here they come. Take them down. Okay, recruits. Pay attention to who's on what side. The newest IFF is connected to our entire force via satellites. It's reliable, so trust your radars.
That was the last radar vehicle. Great work.
The clouds don't just affect your field of vision. They also mess with your HUD and radar. The Seekers can sometimes lose their lockout to their targets, too.
Radar vehicle's destroyed, but the interceptor shows no sign of retreating. Take it out. Continue with the mission. Crush as many as you can.
Skull 3, you have to bail out now.
Golem 1, enemy will crash in a residential area.
Just worry about staying alive for now.
No, they're not taking the radar vehicle. Launch manually. Redo the setup. Here's some feedback from those war merchants.
Mage 2.
Why use manuals in a language we can understand?
Huh? Keep your mind focused.
Move the enemy aircraft away from the base.
All right. This base is worth destroying. 5 targets remaining.
Enemy transport destroyed. There's more. All transports have been destroyed. But what were they carrying?
3 targets remaining.
They're losing it after their allies on the ground were taken out. Say I believe them.
Fuck, it's chow time.
Hey.
Whenever you're ready. Stand clear, 15 meters. UAV is ready to launch. Away.
What happened? Status report.
Multiple bogies on radar. They're close.
Wait, they're being launched.
You're clear to engage. They're probably hostile.
Judging by the way they look and move, they gotta be drones. Well spotted, Clown. No doubt about it, we're dealing with UAVs. But that doesn't change a thing. Just think of them as somewhat clever decoys. Take them all down. These drones have great agility. All aircraft. You know what high G turns are, right? Use them. HQ, this is Golem 1. Bandits confirmed as UAVs. Repeat, bandits are drones.
Es bringt mir nichts, wenn ich einen heilen Jeep mache, wenn ich... Abstürze.
It doesn't matter.
The war can change in an instant. Get over it.
Yeah, I just wish they'd give us a bit more warning.
Enemy UAV confirmed destroyed. Hell yeah.
Hello, Squadron. You're not gonna let Mage get all the glory, are ya?
3 enemies to go.
Golem 2, the enemy's reading you.
Geht nicht an mich, das ist mir egal.
Attack missed.
Ja.
The enemy knows a few moves, but that's about it. Just chase him down and pull the trigger.
Trigger, don't let them give you the runaround. Take them down one at a time.
Mage 2, you've iced up.
Ja, ich hab's mitbekommen. Ich hab ja nicht das funktioniert Vereisungsschutz.
Once you hit one of them, stick to them like glue. Don't let them out of your sights, even in the clouds. Buy a dinner for anyone who takes down an enemy.
There's a bar I want to try.
You're doing good.
One to go. Let's get through this without any casualties.
Jetzt halt.
Nice kill, Trigger. Enemy aircraft confirmed down.
Immer wieder gerne.
The skies are clear. Nice work, everyone. Mission complete. RTB.
No casualties. We couldn't have done any better. Returning to base.
I don't know. Maybe the bandits we took down caused civilian casualties.
Sogar.
No point arguing. That's how war is these days.
You shoot, someone gets killed. The guys in charge take care of the rest.
Kann ich hier landen oder muss ich irgendwo anders landen? Also nicht natürlich nicht überall, sondern wenn ich dort landen darf, dann mache ich das auch. Naja, dann wollen wir mal fortführen.
You've given us air superiority by
Immer wieder gerne, aber das muss es ja nicht geben. Es ist quasi Nachbriefing, wenn wir das Briefing selbst machen, wissen wir eigentlich Bescheid. Weil ich erzähle aber bloß, was wir gut gemacht haben, blablabla. Das ist wichtig. Also könnt ihr euch auch überspringen, weil Mission ist eigentlich wurscht. Nochmal erklärt werden.
The surprise attacks carried out after the declaration of war saw the peacekeeping forces of various countries, including Osea, suffer major damage. The ships moored around the space elevator and near Gandar Bay have been hit particularly hard. Numerous ships have been sunk and abandoned. Fortunately, our cutting-edge aircraft carrier, Kestrel 2, was at sea, so it was spared from the attack.
Okay.
Kestrel 2 is now preparing to launch another attack against Erusia's capital, Farbanti. The aircraft carrier Vulture also managed to escape Gandar Bay safely.
Yeah.
However, it lost all its aircraft, so it's sailing empty. Today, the International Union Peacekeeping Force reclaims its bid to the space elevator. The Fort Gray's Island Air Base Squadron will rendezvous with the carrier Vulture for a joint mission. The first objective will be to seize air superiority in Schoppenberg in order to secure a route for the support squadrons. The enemy maintains air superiority over Schoppenberg, so expect heavy resistance from enemy aircraft. There's more, so listen carefully. Right from the start of the war, the enemy has been deploying drones. They're using a new advanced type of drone. The unmanned airborne aircraft carrier, the Arsenal Bird, carries this new drone, MQ-101. The Osean Army headed up the development of the massive Arsenal Birds and dispatched them to the space elevator to provide support. However, it's been reported that the carriers may have fallen into the hands of the Erusian forces. If that's true, it could be a significant obstacle for us.
Also unsere.
We need to regain control of the space elevator ASAP. Good luck out there.
Echt? Okay, wird erledigt. Ich mach eh mal, was die sagen, das ist mir so egal. schießt wie gesagt wieder auf alles, was sich bewegt. Und was sich nicht bewegt, das ist scheinbar abgeschossen. Dafür habe ich mein Lieblingsteil. Und hier, also ihr könnt am Bild erkennen, warum ich die Raketen nehme. Die sind besser damit, beweglichere Ziele zu treffen. Das sind für 4 Bodenziele gleichzeitig. Und das sind für 8 Ziele gleichzeitig. Hört sich so super an, 8 Ziele gleichzeitig zu treffen, aber es sind solche fetten Container drunter. Ich mag fette Container unter meinem Flugzeug nicht. Ja, was ist das? Also. Ja, check. Habe ich alles richtig gemacht? Ja, Mensch.
Mage Squadron, aircraft preparations complete.
Siehst du? Mensch. So. Operation Dual Wielder. Scheiße. Ich kann nicht mehr lesen. Operation Dual Wielder. Also 2 haben wir. Und abdanken. Wir denken ja so auf dem Dach so ein schönes Loch. Und das Ding wird gleich in ein Loch gestellt. Und fertig.
Mage Squadron, this is the situation. Gollum and the other base's squadrons already joined forces and are engaged. You guys will arrive right in the middle of the action. Mage Squadron, eliminate all bandits in the current airspace. We have the upper hand, but that doesn't mean we can ease up. Good luck.
Mage 1, Wilco.
Fehlt bloß beim Lehen.
Mage 1 to Gollum 1, thank your lucky stars. Looking good, Mage Squadron. Keep up that pressure. Trigger time to show the other guys that we get wet wild and do dirty, dirty things. Once you hit one of them, stick to him like glue. Don't let him out of your sights, even in the clouds.
Der hat mir den Befehl gegeben, was
So, your
mache
first
ich?
hunting season begins.
Enemy reinforcements. I don't like these odds. They have me spiked.
Uff.
Feeling out.
Locked, it's chow time.
Mage 2, locked.
I've got him in my sights.
I'm hit. I've lost control.
Missile. Missile.
Careful. There's a real demon in there.
If you can't evade a missile, use chaff and flares. Your fingers should still move, even if you're in a 9G turn.
Friendly paused.
4 remaining.
We're getting our asses kicked. Reinforcements. Show up on the radar. Ready to move the clouds. I can't. It didn't connect. They got me.
Kommst du mir?
3 remaining.
Ich Glück, dass ihr mehr als eine Flugzeugart hier habt. So eine F4E und eine F16. So.
Stand its ass.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Na komm, vor mich.
Gargoyle 2. Fire.
Ich will gerne dir auch was geben.
Did you? this. They can't recover. Attacking from directly behind.
We need reinforcements now!
Ich bin schon unterwegs. Ich brauche mich so anzusteuern, dann kann ich euch schneller helfen.
Targeting gun range.
Stall warning. Stall warning. Missile.
Fox 2.
Missile.
Call for Fox 2.
We have them on the run. Don't let up.
Nice kill.
Ich bin gerade zurück, ich muss mich nicht mehr konzentrieren.
Looks like they weren't ready for a fight.
Und ich schieße übrigens immer 2, damit ich nur noch sicher gehen kann.
Our radar shows no sign of bandits. You're in the clear.
I haven't even broken a sweat.
They have to be crazy to pick a fight with us. A rabid dog would know better.
Missile incoming! Evade! Break! Break!
Wait, what the hell?
Caution! Missile!
Missile.
Caution! A large aircraft is approaching. All aircraft, stay alert.
Missile.
Einer hat mich getroffen. Ah. Das.
UAV's closing.
We just learned that Eruzia is utilizing the Arsenal bird. Those bastards. They had that thing combat ready this whole time.
Enemy has a radar lock.
Wie reicht und das so eine Rakete aus?
Just waiting for mission command.
Nicht so. Aber
We'll live through this, Trigger.
These guys are definitely a step above the last drones.
Damn, they're agile. And there's too many of them.
These guys will go down easy.
Missile. Missile.
Enemy threat overhead.
All aircraft, no change in game plan. Destroy the Arsenal bird.
But this that thing? God help us. You're talking about just keeping up with the drones.
Gold Squadron, take out Big Baby Huey.
Look at that light from the Arsenal bird. What's going on here?
Bandits are fast as hell.
I gotta tell my life. This one's all mine. Skeleton 1, just commander. You got me!
Damn. Skeleton 1 lost. Skeleton 2, take over command.
Gargoyle Squadron to Gargoyle 1. Skeleton Squadron detail. The hell are we supposed to do?
Status?
Gotta find the situation.
Column 2, missile, evade!
Evading!
Missile.
This is column 3, column 2's hit!
Status report. Shit, Golem 2, do you copy?
This is Golem 2. Instruments still appear to be functioning okay.
Stall warning.
Skeleton 3, break!
Stall warning.
Golem 2, Unity,
Roger that.
nur ein Grund, warum ich
Skeleton
zurückgehe.
3's lost.
Coming. What's the plan?
Missile.
Where's that report?
Continue to maintain air superiority.
HQ, what's happening?
Skykeeper, I repeat, maintain air superiority.
Der Kreis da oben drüber macht mir nämlich Angst.
What the hell?
Caution. All
Deswegen.
aircraft, stay alert.
Get out of there!
Breaking!
Nur deswegen. Das tut weh, wie der Typ da unten gerade schmerzhaft drauf
Skeleton
muss.
2 lost.
Besiedlung.
Skeleton Squadron is down. We've had too many losses.
Aus
All
der.
squadrons, command has ordered a complete withdrawal. Leave the operation area immediately.
Brilliant observation. They do this earlier, more of us would have survived to hear it.
Das ist Teil 2
Senior
jetzt.
chatter for the debriefing. Golem and Mage Squadron, give our allies some time to escape.
We'll go, but Golem 2's hit. Gotta send her back. Let's get dirty, Trigger.
Shoot down those UAVs. Don't let them touch any friendlies.
Golem 2, head back to base.
Gargoyle 1, escort Golem 2.
Continuing the mission. Still got my wings. Trigger doesn't need to fill in. I'm back and
You won't make any difference up here. Get back to base and cool your head.
Ja, stimmt, die macht ja echt keinen Unterschied. Die ist frustriert, für du warst.
returning home.
Mage 2, UAV down.
Hey, That's it, Trigger. They're machines. Don't show 'em any mercy.
Ich will auch, wenn das Menschen sind, keine Gnade zeigen.
Yowza. That a boy, Mage 2. Just keep firing.
Retreating aircraft. Leave the AO. Allies will hold off pursuit. Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, hang in there and come back safe.
Oh.
Mage Squadron, you're going toe-to-toe with the UAVs. Good work.
Target is destroyed. I'm spiked.
Was bist du? Ach, anvisiert, sorry.
More UAVs spotted. Gargoyle Squadron, they might cut off your retreat.
Ich muss die Abkürzung noch merken.
This is Gargoyle 1, leading Operation Airspace with Golem 2.
Retreating aircrafts, prepare for combat. It's a bogey. Gargoyle 1, Golem 2, engage now. Attack.
Was? Ich will angreifen.
Gargoyle 1, caution, missile!
He's fast. It's like he...
Skykeeper.
Wer, wo?
Gargoyle 1 lost.
What the hell? Golem 2, status report. Just talk to me.
I'm against an Su-30. Orange wingtips. I can't shake it off. It's matching me move for move.
Golem 2, stop dogfighting and run.
Golem and Mage Squadron, help us!
Get those UAVs off of friends.
Let Golem and Mage
Was denn du mal was machst, Kollege?
they'll pull through.
Get your asses out.
Ich
Mage
kann
2,
nur maximal
UAV down. Keep it up,
2000
buddy.
lassen.
Fort Gray's aircraft. We'll let you take it easy next time.
Achso, bist du schon da hinten? Wenn du so gut bist, machst du es leider.
I don't get it. Why isn't it opening fire? I'm scared.
This is not good. Hell of a good job, Mage 2. We want as many guys out here as possible.
Und wo ist Golem 2?
Golem 2, what's your status? Status report.
He's a predator. The weak get eaten.
Golem 2, get a hold of yourself. Golem 2, get away from the enemy.
Mage 2, support!
Yep, wo?
Somebody!
Wo denn?
Golem 2, lost.
Shit. Skykeeper, where's the one that got brownie?
I'm afraid he's long gone by now. Sorry.
Warum redet denn hier keiner mit mir? Hättet ihr mir gesagt, wo es ist, wäre ich hingekommen. Und dann wäre es kein Gegner mehr gewesen, sondern Fleck auf dem Boden. Aber nein, hier redet ja keiner. Ich bin ja wieder mal das
All
Schutzschild.
UAVs have been splashed.
Aber wenn man mich braucht, ist man nicht bei mir, sondern überall.
I said what I had to say. About what? Not a girl who'd retreat. Just not in her DNA. That was the right decision at the time. No, I should have never let a fledgling like her out of my reach to begin with.
Golem Squadron, Mage Squadron, withdraw.
Dann weg wieder. Immer gut gemacht. Nur ein Verlust. Grundlegend ist das in Ordnung. Ich hätte ja gerne geschützt, aber muss auch zu mir kommen.
Runway is clear. Mage 2, you are cleared for landing.
Lass mich mal machen, Junge. Mach das schon.
3000 to runway. 1500 to runway.
Ja, ich hab 1000 km/h.
Mage 2, lower speed.
Und eine Carrier Landing, also eine Flugzeugträgerlandung quasi. Weil ich mit allen 4 Rädern allen 3 Rädern aufgekommen bin, nicht mit den drin zuerst.
I knew you'd be back. Stand by for further orders.
Das landet man nämlich auch auf Flugzeugträger mit allen 3 Rädern zuerst. Das ist so gleichzeitig. Weil der ist nicht lang genug, um das Hinterrad also Hinterrad aufkommen zu lassen, dann das Vorderrad. Und der Haken ist zwar hinten, aber der darf auch nicht einen zu steilen Winkel haben, sonst wird das nichts.
Unfortunately, the two-front offensive was a...
Silberscharfschütze. Dankeschön. Ui, toll. Neues Skin für die A10. Der werden wir noch früh genug kommen. Da, wer kommt denn? Ach, ich muss Maul halten, der kommt.
Mihai's looking worse. Thank God he has his granddaughters here to help him out. They're sisters, 15 and 10. Engaging the enemy in combat so we could use his physiological data to improve the drones had always taken a toll on Mihai's body. But today, he was really showing his age. The drones we based on his data were being taken down at a faster rate now, compared to when the war began. When Mihai found that out, he insisted on flying to the front lines to see it for himself. Sometimes he could be so stubborn. His age wasn't the only thing affecting his health. Over the years, flying at high altitudes for prolonged stretches of time had ravaged and poisoned his body. But he was a man of grit. Today, after 28 years, he saw combat again. If his flight suit still wasn't good enough to protect him, I can't imagine how many Gs he hit today during the battle. As a pilot, he exceeds all our expectations. It's going to take a bit more tweaking before our drones can match his skill.
How penal is this penal unit, you ask? This place is a shithole. If you took the stink of all the corruption in the world, then corralled it all in one place, that would give you a pretty good idea of what the air smells like around here. We got all kinds of critters, too. Everything from flea-ridden guards, rabid dogs, and a mechanic doing the stretch for life. I can't forget the rats. Yeah, we got those. And some pilots who got their wings clipped, too. One's a great pilot, but a lousy thief. One's a gambler with no luck. And one's an anarchist with no balls. Their job here was to rev the engines on the fake runways. The idea was for Erusia's spy satellite to pick up the heat sig. Even though there weren't any real fighters here, it looked like it on their infrared. I bet you're wondering, if Erusia lost the war, how come they still have a spy satellite? Because someone over there was smart enough to train a bunch of computer nerds to hack into half of Osia's satellites. That's how come. Every now and again, I'd try to bust out. And every single time, those damn dogs would drag me right back. When I was in my cell, I'd hear this voice coming from the guards room. It was the Erusian princess rallying her people on the Erusian national broadcast. All us prisoners had become big fans of hers. You want to hear something funny? The guards were big fans too. I swear to God, every time she was on the air, they'd turn up the volume on the radio and sit there listening. I could see how someone like her could win the hearts and minds of soldiers and workers alike. When the princess said something, you could tell she meant every word. Lately, she'd been having more fun with her speeches, and that made her seem even more charming. You could say her charm was like a virus. Whenever she'd point out stuff that was wrong with Osia, the prisoners in here went nuts. Hell, if anyone knew how messed up Osia was, it was the prisoners. They'd shout, "Burn Osia down." No way am I just gonna sit here and rot away in this hellhole. Dark blue. Instead of building fake-ass planes to trick Erusia, I'm gonna build one that'll really take off. You can count on that.
Okay, ich verlasse mich drauf. Ich weiß zwar noch nicht ganz, was das mit mir zu tun hat, aber hey. Warum ich das überhaupt wissen sollte, das interessiert mich doch nicht. Ich bin beim Militär.
As proved by the failure of our previous strategy, the Arsenal birds have bolstered the enemy's anti-air network. This will be difficult to overcome. However, we still need to get swiftly to the space elevator no matter what it takes. Someone there is counting on us. The hero of the Circum-Pacific War and the man who spearheaded the construction of the space elevator.
Ach, der.
Osia's former president, Mr. Harling. Mr. Harling was inspecting the elevator when the war broke out. He's been classified as missing since the elevator was taken over by the Erusian forces. However, according to the latest intel, a military officer accompanying Mr. Harling hid him inside the facility. Both are waiting for a chance to escape. Enemy anti-air radar network has been set up around the space elevator. It's likely a large squadron would be detected. We will send a single aircraft through the network and send in a rescue team soon after. A number of anti-air radars have been set up around the space elevator. However, our reconnaissance suggests their network is weakest along the southeastern coast of Selatapura. So we can elude the enemy's observation. There are a lot of rain clouds this time of year. Flying through the clouds will enable us to stay hidden from their radar. If you happen to be detected by their radar, we will be forced to abort the mission.
Der fliegt jetzt?
The lone pilot who will head up this strategy is you, Trigger.
Ah, toll. Wer sonst?
After you bust through, secure the rescue craft's landing zone by taking out the anti-air weapons. Gollum and others will arrive shortly for support.
Wird erledigt, Boss.
Provide escort for Mr. Harling's craft after rendezvous. Good luck out there, everyone.
Gut, dass ich einen Tarnkappenjäger habe. Der ist quasi dafür gebaut, diese Mission zu spielen. Zu fliegen, nicht zu spielen. Der da. Tarnkappe ist dafür gemacht, also macht er das jetzt auch. Gut geht, Bruder.
Aircraft preparations complete. Sortie ASAP.
Ja, jetzt mich nicht. Ich kann nicht so gut, wenn ich gehetzt werde. Ich bevorzuge das so zu machen, wie ich das will, lieber Kollege. Doch jetzt mich nicht und dann werde ich auch alles in Ordnung machen. Wenn nicht sogar perfekt.
Entering operation area. Imposing radio silence. We'll radio you, but you are not permitted to make contact.
Mach ich eh nie, also so wurscht.
If you're spotted, the mission is over. Stay out of enemy radar. Use of weaponry is also strictly forbidden. Okay, you're heading up the Harling rescue mission. The success of this mission depends on you. Good luck.
Ich fliege jetzt übrigens nicht nach Sicht außerhalb, also auf dem Bildschirm, sondern ich gucke nur auf die Karte. Ich lasse nicht auf volle Größe, damit ich noch sehe, wo ich bin ungefähr. Also jetzt ein bisschen nervig für mich.
Trigger, you're a third of the way to the rendezvous point. Good job, but stay focused.
Es gibt ja nicht ein paar Abkürzungen, es ist aber sehr viel kleiner da durchzukommen. Zum Beispiel, ich könnte, wenn ich jetzt hier gleich vorne durch bin, könnte ich weiter geradeaus, um sicher zu gehen. Also ich könnte gleich...
Trigger, you got two directions you can take up here. Just go with your gut. Don't worry, we're watching over you.
Ich mache nie die breitere, weil das dauert mir zu lange. Ich mache die kürzere.
You're making good progress, Trigger. You're currently halfway to your rendezvous point.
Ich stehe auch mal
Look, I'm not gonna lie. It's just
maximal.
gonna be you and your radar out there. Just know, you got a bunch of people pulling for you. And I'm one of them.
Ach,
You're 3/4 of the way. Been a long fight, but you're nearly home. Harling is still the president in my eyes. He ended the war, built the space elevator, and launched a spaceship from it. Despite his success, he remained a humble hero. I'll do my best to save him. Lend me a hand, Trigger.
Wäre ich höher geflogen, hätte ich wahrscheinlich den... Wäre es sogar komplett egal gewesen, weil das... Die
Trigger, the first stage of the mission is clear. Don't celebrate yet. The real fight's about to get started.
Nein, nicht komplett vollständig, aber zum größten Verstecken bin ich Führer da.
Radio silence is now lifted. The auxiliary craft will be arriving shortly. Destroy the anti-air around the space elevator. We're securing Sea Goblin's landing zone. Mage 2, target down. Half of the SAM sites are down.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Locked. Half of the anti-air guns down. All SAM sites down.
Jetzt sind die
There are still AA guns. Destroy them and secure the LZ.
Anti-Air, also.
Trigger, sorry about the wait. Cavalry's here. Golem Squadron. Trigger jumped through the fire. Now it's our turn. Understood.
Geht gerade immer noch durchs Feuer.
Gargoyle Squadron, stay focused. You all know your job.
All aircraft, eliminate the enemy before they can respond. Sea Goblin will arrive shortly. Eliminate hostile anti-air before then. Mage 2, missile
Alles
away.
weg.
All anti-air guns destroyed.
Ihr könnt jetzt kommen, ihr Lahmarsche.
The landing zone is secure. Sea Goblin, you are cleared to land.
Roger. Rendezvous point in sight. We're almost there.
Ich bin Kreis gesagt, aber bloß mal so.
Multiple bandits over Selatapura Harbor. They're container-launched UAVs.
Seeing them here. Going up to me on 2 VIPs.
Rescue craft tagged on. Initiate.
Rescue craft on the ground is defenseless. Golem and Mage, destroy all hostiles.
It's been a long journey, but you're on the home stretch.
Gargoyle will stand by near the space elevator.
This is Sea Goblin. Heading over to the Express's location now. Run for the container!
Enemy on your tail. Mage 2, Fox 2.
Stall warning.
Mage 2, locked.
We're swarming. There's no way we can provide adequate cover.
Missile.
Missile, get out of the way!
Missile.
Ach komm. Ey.
Stall warning.
There's too many. We can't take all of
Stall
them.
warning.
Na komm, hier drauf.
Ambush! Fire from the force
Jetzt
floor! They're targeting us! Get behind the chopper!
UAVs approaching the space elevator. Stop them.
Return fire! Sierra 2, hold position! We're cut off! Yeah.
Eliminate all enemy UAVs. Don't let up.
Taking fire! We're pinned down! Shoot back!
Bevor ich mir den letzten
Golem
Review
2, hang in there.
letzte Runde.
Golem Squadron, let's take it up a notch, okay?
That's about half. Mop up the rest.
Express identified! Behind the gantry crane! Mr. Harlan, stay right there! Jacob's been hit! Incoming rocket!
Sea Goblin, all survivors, respond. Is Mr. Harling alive? UAV down. UAV confirmed down. 3 remaining.
You inspire me, Trigger.
They got the chopper and Sierra too!
Wird man nicht den Funk voll. Da hat gerade einer mich gelobt. Irgendwas, ja, ich inspiriere irgendjemanden scheinbar. Die werden dann da wohl drauf kommen, dass ich inspirieren.
This is Colonel Johnson. Do you copy? I am with President Harling. Rescue unit down. Belong to the soldier who had this radio. Let's get Mr. Harling out of here.
Sir, we feel the same way. We'll figure something out.
We'll pass out from exhaustion before the enemy wears out.
1 remaining.
We found an Erusian transport craft. Its engines are on.
I heard you were in the Air Force, Colonel. Can you fly?
Better than Mr. Harling.
It'll do.
Caution. Pull up.
Missile, break!
All squadrons be advised. The call sign is Mother Goose 1. I've sent the information via the data link.
Mother Goose 1?
Watch your tail, enemy behind you!
Stall warning.
Na komm.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Das sind ja so
All
viel schneller als
UAVs
ich.
have been splashed.
Wie man gerade gesehen hat.
All aircraft. Former President Harling's transport is ready to take off. Mother Goose 1, take off.
Alright. Mother Goose 1 taking off. Mr. Harling,
Let's wait till we're home safe. Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south.
Okay.
Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar. Bearing 220.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101, forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Roger. Sending UAVs at the transport. Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. It's no clue how UAVs are used.
Mother Goose 1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
I hear you. This isn't exactly a fight. Lock acquired.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on its way. Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Stall warning.
Mage 2, down any UAVs near Mother Goose 1. Enemy UAV down. Keep up the good work. Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Ah, da war ja was, stimmt. Ich hab's ganz bestimmt nicht vergessen.
Mage Squadron, Mother Goose 1 is heading south. Provide support. 5 minutes remaining.
Du kannst den auch die rote Blätter runternehmen, ne? Kollege.
Skykeeper, bogeys on my radar.
Du
Bearing
musst nicht
220.
alles.
Sighting confirmed as MQ-101,
Yeah, that's
forerunner for Arsenal Bird.
The big bird is coming, huh?
Mage, protect Mother Goose 1. Shoot down any UAVs. Gollum, intercept the UAVs.
Golem 1 will kill. That last battle taught me a lot about those a-holes. Golem 2, don't stray off on me. Always maintain element.
Wilco, forming up.
Enemy UAV down. Keep up the good work.
Enemies on me. Evading missile!
Column 3, Fox 2.
Zwar, das ist für
Roger. Sending UAVs
das
at the
Bild in der
transport.
Fresse ab, aber
Orders are to fire warnings. Yes, sir. He's an old-timer. Has no clue how UAVs are used.
ich wollte nur gucken,
Mother Goose
ob
1, UAV on your tail. Take evasive action.
Gegner dahin.
I hear you. This isn't exactly a fight. He's mine. He's not getting away.
Understood. An Arsenal Bird is on
Mage
its
2,
way.
missile launch.
Strategic AI chose liberty over justice. Courses have already changed.
Stall warning.
Gargoyle 1, where's the signal? Gargoyle Squadron, stand by for my orders. Someone's at the lighthouse. The enemy's in the harbor. They won't be able to get home. That ship isn't one of ours. Where's the signal?
Fox 2.
Gargoyle, change radio
Enemy
frequency.
UAV down. Great job, Trigger.
Mother Goose 1 here. We're about to leave the airspace. Keep your fingers crossed.
Gargoyle, it's time.
Stall warning.
Attention, Gargoyle Squadron, Babel!
Gargoyle 3 to Babel. Babel, roger.
Einer hat verfehlt.
Enemy's locked.
Skykeeper, what the hell was that?
Gargoyle did their job.
Figured, but why weren't we informed?
The
The IUN can't coordinate between branches as usual.
Gargoyle Squadron, report.
HQ, one hit was scored. The rest were intercepted by UAV. The elevator's windbreak took a scratch. Nothing more.
Roger. Continue to maintain air superiority.
Mother Goose 1 hit. Mother Goose 1 has been hit. Colonel Johnson, respond.
Ja, Sekunde.
Mage Squadron, assess the situation.
Der fliegt noch.
This is Mage 1. I have Mother Goose 1 in my sight. Cabin's fine, but the cockpit's not looking so good.
Colonel Johnson, are you okay?
Nein, das dauert.
Don't worry about that. Just send help this way. I'm sorry. Get Mr. Harling. Please.
Mother Goose 1, respond. Mother Goose 1.
Skykeeper, should we continue providing cover for Mother Goose 1?
Of course. UAV down. Careful of ice formation in the clouds. Mother Goose 1 is turning. What's going on? They're heading to the space elevator.
It's flying at a steady altitude. Who's in control?
It's not the Colonel. Mr. Harling's the only one on board. Mother Goose 1, respond! Mr. Harling, please respond.
We can't protect our objective if it sticks around here. Now's not the time to freak out, fellas. We've still got a job to do, so let's do it. Keep your mind focused.
Mr. Harling, we are not giving up on you. The UAVs are approaching Mother Goose 1.
Let's go, Trigger.
Ja, ich kann nicht alles
Take him down
entgegen
now,
schützen.
Mage Squadron. 1 minute remaining.
Nicht. Du auch nicht, oder?
Mage 2, missile away. Mother Goose 1, turn 180 degrees and exit combat airspace.
Mage 2! Mage 2! Oh my god, Mother Goose 1 has been shot down.
Where'd the missile come from?
Mage 2 fired that.
It was Ocean. A friendly missile hit him.
Verifying the situation. Stop speculating. Friendly fire! I saw it. Mother Goose 1 exploded in air. No one could have survived.
Looks like it tried to protect the elevator. Erusian bastards, they just killed a hero.
Mage 1, was it Trigger?
Trigger was the closest. UAVs were crawling all over our objective. I told you to keep a goddamn eye on the hatchling. It must have been a mistake.
Arsenal Bird is entering. All aircraft withdraw immediately.
Okay, tschüss.
Trigger, you can't fly for a while. You understand why?
Nein. Verstehe ich nicht. Natürlich verstehe ich. Ich habe irgendjemanden umgebracht, der scheinbar wichtig war oder so ein Scheiß. Trotzdem habe ich eine Medaille vorher bekommen. Zwar nicht dafür, dass ich die Dame gerettet hat, wahrscheinlich, aber hey. Immer noch was getan, im Gegensatz zu euch.
The operation to rescue former President Harling has failed.
Ja, sorry.
Sadly, there is no hope he survived.
Ich hab's
Trigger,
verstanden.
you are suspected of assassinating the former president. There will be an inquiry. There will most probably be a court-martial.
Ja, ich hab's verstanden. Ich hab was Schlechtes gemacht. Jetzt lass mich in Ruhe. Wenigstens haben die mir keine Medaille gegeben. Die Idioten. Ach, stimmt, da war ja was. Stummschalten.
Bad news for us here at the prison. The enemy fell for our decoy base. With all the fake planes and trucks we had out, it must have looked to them like the Ocean Air Force was about to go on the attack. Day after day after day after day, they bombed us. Osea didn't give a damn. We weren't soldiers to them, so go ahead. Bomb us. In their eyes, we were expendable. Worth less than the fake planes in the bunkers. No biggie. While I made fake planes, they had me put together some working ones. Then, some genius at HQ decided we should send it up, so the base looked legit. Thankfully, we had people to crew them. It didn't matter what we were locked up here for anymore. Top brass needed pilots, and criminals were all they had. A crook, a gambler, an anarchist. Just your typical lowlifes. They threw each one of them in a cockpit and sent them up to intercept the enemy's planes. But in the end, it was all just for show. So, up they went, day after day after day. Today they tossed someone new into the mix. Wonder what he did to get sent here. My dad died flying for the Osean Air Force. When your allies are surrounded, one of the most dangerous missions is giving them cover to retreat. Whoever signed up for that was a real hero. But even more dangerous than that was being the one who had to cover the rear guard's retreat. That was my dad's job, and one time, he called it off. Said it was too late for him. Said anyone else would have done the same. I found that out from a war buddy of his when he came to tell me how my dad died. The next time a retreat happened, my dad volunteered to be in the rear guard. Dumbass. He died all right. No one came to help. The news nearly broke me. Of all the ways to get killed, that's gotta be the most pathetic one ever. Am I right? There's a rumor going around about another inmate. A guy they brought here a little while ago. Get this, Talk in the cell block says he was sent here because he killed Harling, the president of Osea during the last war, remember? He's the one that sent my dad on that suicide mission. He's the reason I had to go live with my grandpa, and why me and Gramps started building a supersonic jet. He's the reason I ended up here. Maybe I should give that guy a thank you note for killing him.
Immer wieder gerne.
Nah. God, I hate the smell of this place. It's all fake and lies and bullshit. It reeks.
Ja, du auch. Ich hoffe, die haben mich das Flugzeug behalten lassen. Im Gericht.
All right, guys, I'll let you in on some juicy info. The new guy was found guilty by the International Union Peacekeeping Forces court-martial.
Ja, ich weiß.
He is the murderer of Harling in the flesh.
Yay, ich hab was Gutes
His
gemacht.
tech name's Trigger.
Yay.
Now, as of today, he may be attached to the Osean Air Force Base 444th Squadron. But that is just some symbolic bullshit. It doesn't really matter if he's Harling's murderer or not. Every last one of you has been incarcerated for one reason or another. You cons have an obligation to atone for your crimes. A few of you in the penal unit know how to fly, and HQ needs to plug the deficit in our Air Force. So they proposed sending you guys on a reconnaissance mission to the Waiapolo Mountains. But that idea was flat out rejected. Nope, you'll be atoning for your crimes right here at this base. This base is a decoy designed to draw enemy fire, and as members of this base, you'll be taking hits from the enemy. This will allow our forces to safely prepare a counterattack.
Incoming!
Switch off that alarm. It's just the usual. I thought Zapland was supposed to be an isolated area. Okay, I'm gonna need a few aircraft to scramble.
Again?
Wonder how many we'll lose today.
Better than solitary.
How many can actually...
Enemy aircraft detected over the dummy runway.
We just need to make it look like we can put up a fight. Some of those piles of junk can at least take off. Let's get the guiltiest cons in the sky first. We'll start with Harling's murderer.
Yay,
We don't expect you to down any bombers.
Ja, ja.
But what we do want is to make them think that we've got an active base here.
Okay. Ihr wollt also von mir, dass ich Dinge umbringe. Okay. Ja, die haben mich mein Flugzeug behalten lassen. Mitkommen. Ja, pack die drauf.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Follow orders, Trigger. Taxi to the runway now. Check your altimeter and wait in front of the runway.
Control, would you kindly send me up first?
Spare 8, Champ, this is the control tower. You're not cleared for takeoff. Obey orders.
Go to hell.
All aircraft preparing for takeoff. Watch out for Spare 8. He's forcing a takeoff.
I'll take up command. Any objections? That'll get decided in the skies. Touche.
Trigger, your call sign is Spare 15.
Okay.
Consider it your prisoner number for the air. Commencing deception and interception.
There you go.
Spare 15, the runway's free. You have permission to take off. Go now.
Woohoo! My blood's boiling! Toss the chump in solitary once he gets back. Spare 8, when you land, your ass is grass.
Spare 15, takeoff confirmed. Altitude restriction lifted. Go.
So, no missiles again. The FCS is locked. Damn, you're good. Let's make this more interesting. Prisoners use nothing without supervision. Not even a pencil. Here comes Harling's murderer.
Du musst
He
einmal auf
shot
den
2 missiles
Raketenknopf.
right between old Harling's eyes. Always in the know, aren't you? In this war, intel is a life or death matter. Settle down. Excited to have another murderer with you?
Yeah!
This is Bandog. Spare 15, I'm handling surveillance. The bombers that attacked the runway are coming back for another round. I know it's just a dummy runway. You guys just need to make a lot of noise. Make them think there's fighters at the base. Anyone got a smoke? I'll owe you one. If any of you die, just think of it as you atoning for your crimes.
Much appreciated.
One more thing. Any aircraft leaving the operation area will be shot down. You hear me? Righto.
3, this is Square 1. Numbers we can handle. Just stay with us. Square Squadron, get into formation.
Damn, I'm targeted.
Honestly, this pisses me off more than it scares me. Got one on my tail!
There's a juicy target.
Look at them, blowing up a bunch of paper planes.
The enemy seems to think our Air Force is concentrated on this base. Everything on the ground is fake. Can't the enemy see that? Means they're that convincing.
Shit! The enemy just hit the control tower!
Hey, what's with all the shaking?
There's smoke!
Send in the fire team.
Do not let the enemy get closer. Are you trying to kill me?
Shall I order them to shoot down all? Commander McKenzie? Damn it! Spare Squadron, listen up. Shoot down everything carrying bombs. Weapons free. You're cleared to engage. Show no mercy.
Righto. Done by now.
Have to rethink the odds. Want to bet which one of us gets the first kill
Kills from the
trigger?
start. This is the penal unit.
Okay.
Count's going I decide when you die. All right, I'm assuming command. All aircraft support me. Who's gonna dance to your line tune? I'll show you all how it's done. Spare 15, bandit splashed.
Trigger,
keep an eye on your head count. We can compare later.
Okay.
I'm betting that report will get dressed up real pretty. Head to the next target. Radar pinged. Incoming hostile group detected. Take care of them. Righto. A bomber's at high altitude. Stop watching your own asses and look up. Allow me to educate you. In this unit, you get your tail marked with scratches. The more scratches, the more heinous the crime. They're called sin lines. You have 3 scratches, right, Trigger? Well, you are Harling's murderer.
We're cut off. We can't break away. We can't. We lost all of them. Where the hell are we out here?
Did they really think they could get a bunch of convicts to just put on a show?
Na, sagen wir mal 10 schon mal. Im Voraus. Ich werde jetzt meine Abschlüsse erzählen.
Oh yeah, add this one to my score.
Getting out of lock. Thinking. Allies down. Box 2.
Missile.
Missile. Evading.
ahead, murderer.
Na komm.
Multiple bandits inbound. They got bombers and support. All aircraft follow me. You too, murderer. Jeez, now he thinks he's squadron leader.
We're losing escorts. Hurry up. Finish the job and let's get out. No, only one of them is killed.
Trigger, don't get shot down now. I got good money riding on your survival. Some guys have got big money riding on you going down, so watch your back.
Spare 7, shut up. You don't need to yap to pull the trigger.
Trigger again.
Ja. Ich heiße hier ohne Grund Abzug. Ich betätige den sehr oft und gerne. Bring den für die Raketen.
Shit, I missed.
Trigger got most of them. Maybe even all of them.
That was dumb luck, Tabloid.
Spare 15, don't take all the fun away from your comrades.
Stimmt leiser, weil. Beziehungsweise sonst schneller sein als ich.
The targets are still active. Keep up the attack.
What the hell are you doing? On Trigger. Are you...
Wilco, Commander McKenzie, please maintain silence for the moment.
This is a pretty nice ride. Instrument service pretty good. Can't believe these seats used to be scrapped. Just what kind of magic does she have up her sleeves anyway?
I don't know what her problem is. Acting like she's royalty or something.
That's because she's the scrap queen.
Queen? More like a bad-tempered tomboy.
2 targets remaining.
Why in the world would someone make a squadron of convicts? Gotta be some kind of reason. Now, the paper-mache strategy at the base seems to be doing the trick. Guess every man and his dog has an idea how to end the war.
Ach komm. Jetzt wird er mir geklaut.
All targets confirmed eliminated.
Hell yeah. Still alive, Harling's murderer? Then dinner's on me tonight.
Cut the chatter, Spare Squadron. Mission complete. RTB. Trigger's still with us. Must have the devil in his corner.
Ja,
Spare 7, what happens if the one you've bet on dies while landing?
Then you win. So what, you're not done?
Just checking.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. Make your landing check.
Ja, wie ich beim Landen kapiere, muss man mich auch beim Landen abschießen.
Spare 15, you have permission to land. Wind conditions are calm. 3,000 meters.
Dafür fliege ich niemals so schnell.
1,500 meters. You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing.
An, du Schrotthaufen. Der wird nur so hergeliefert.
Stand by for your next sortie.
Wenn ich wenigstens das
I lost a lot of
bekomme.
money for that trigger. Don't forget.
Ja, ich vergesse das schon nicht. Du musst mich abschießen.
Spare 15, the runway is free.
Loslöst. Gönne. Und mich abzuschießen, das braucht schon ein bisschen. Wie man gerade gesehen hat.
Did I say you could take...
Welche Mission machen wir denn? Machen wir bis Mission 10 erstmal.
Mihai's granddaughters liked to keep to themselves mostly. They were well behaved and possessed a sort of quiet elegance. From time to time, I'd catch myself looking at them, wondering what they were talking about. I'm sure everyone on the base did the same. They were such enthralling creatures. Every night, a crowd would gather around Mihai. They were the men tasked with guarding him in the air. Their jackets all bore the same patch, a relic from a nation that was long gone. Decades ago, during the Age of Expansion, the Kingdom of Erusia absorbed many countries. Theirs was one of them. Mihai asked them,
"Yet what is a nation? Can we actually see the physical lines that divide one from another?"
people of my generation can no longer speak the language of our homeland. My grandparents always look sad when they see I have no idea what they're saying to me.
Mihai didn't say a word after that. His scarred face betrayed no emotion. He didn't get those scars from flying, though. Mihai was originally from Shalaji. His real name is Mihai Dumitru Margarita Corneliu Leopold Blanca Carol Aeon Ignatius Raphael Maria Nikitas A. Shalaji. When he was young, he was the heir to the Grand Duchy of Shalaji. Then, revolution broke out among his people. Mihai was betrayed by a close friend who pointed a gun at his face and pulled the trigger. The revolution was successful, but the new country that sprang from it was annexed by the expanding kingdom of Erusea. The Erusian royal family allowed Mihai's family to retain their title and noble standing in the new kingdom. But Mihai surprised them all by signing up for the draft like an ordinary Erusian citizen. He was then accepted into the Air Force Academy by order of the king. Mihai soon became an ace pilot. When the royal family was ousted and Erusea became a republic, he continued his service for the new regime. Test sites soon flourished. One day, a classmate of Mihai's granddaughter visited. I noticed the rose emblem. She laughed like a princess, and I found out later she was indeed the daughter of Erusea's new ruler. She was the connection to the royal bloodline everyone was looking for, the one to restore the monarchy. This new princess was truly a godsend for the Erusian people. If Mihai's granddaughters were like the moon, she was like the sun, around which everything seemed to orbit. Her face was so expressive. It's no wonder the people of this war-torn country instantly felt at ease when they saw her speeches. They started singing. The pilots of the support plane smiled, even though they wished their nation were independent from hers. Angelic. I wonder how Mihai felt about all of this. It was my job to research his neurological data, after all. I wish I could figure him out. Whatever his feelings were about losing his homeland, he kept hidden, even from me.
Zurück zu anderen töten.
Your mission is to atone for your crimes by attracting the enemy's attention. First, I want you to head from the base to the desert region of Roca Roja to the northwest. And then second, you will attack the large Erusian base there. We've been unable to verify that base's ability to deal with fighters. You will attack and provoke the enemy into revealing their AA strategy. Get them to fire at you as much as you can. That way, we can confirm where they're firing from. Then it's a case of sending in a regular force to clean them out. For this mission, we prepared a frontline base that can be used for ammo replenishment and aircraft repairs. However, this is not for you guys. Only the regular force has permission to use it. Even if you run out of ammo, don't forget that you're just decoys. You stay out there as targets for the enemy.
Fick dich. Geh du doch da raus. Und lass du dich beschießen von irgendwelchen Flakgeschützen, die hier herumstehen irgendwo und ich hab nicht mal eine Ahnung wo. Und ja. So, die Mission ist eine reine Bodenzerstörungsmission. Also. Nämlich ein. Ich habe einen neuen Skin auch freigeschalten. Auch wenn es nicht passt, ich nehme es trotzdem. Gut, alles klar.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Na gut, dann wollen wir mal.
Some welcome. All aircraft, spread out and attack.
We're clear to attack, right? I heard the regular forces were gonna clean things up.
It's just like before. We blow the shit out of everything.
Sharp as attack, aren't you, Spare 8? Regular forces can reduce losses if you tenderize the base first. If you can't handle that, just fly and be a target.
Also er wird das mal, was ich vorher schon gemacht habe. Alles gleich. Nee, gegen eine F-16 komme ich da nicht an.
You're hitting 3 locations. Some have air power, so their threat levels vary. Think of the best way to rob them of their ability to respond. Use those empty heads of yours. If you die too fast, you won't even be useful as targets.
We're being attacked. Enemy aircraft. A whole squadron. Ready the anti-air interceptors. Open fire. Affirmative. We'll do what we can.
Transport truck spotted. Not a threat, but feel free to take them out.
Bullying the weak is a kind of specialty. Come to Papa. What are the odds of getting out alive?
That's for you to figure out, Spare 7. The vehicles have been taken out. Move on to the next target.
You're our official fly swatter now, Trigger.
Nicht erlaubt abzuhören.
Fire set off a chain reaction. At least stop it from spreading.
Any regular aircraft that join later needing any repairs or ammo will fly over the return line. However, you guys do not have that luxury.
So, what are we supposed to do?
Sterben können.
Target confirmed destroyed. Trigger again.
Cut the crap. There's work to do.
I'm out. Returning to resupply. How are we supposed to work without ammo? I'm heading back.
Nice try. This stuff isn't for you guys.
Let's be honest here. Irregulars like us aren't allowed to resupply. But in your heart, you want us to smash that base. Am I off?
You're gonna wish this mission never ended.
Looks like Bad Dog's finally come around.
All bombers destroyed before takeoff. Who did that?
Scratch one hostile.
That was fast. Keep up the good work.
Righto. Finally have a read on the targets. They're in one hell of a place. I'll take it from here.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Die fliegenden Gegner sind nicht mein Problem. Dafür habe ich die Jägertruppe an meinem Arsch quasi kleben. Die sich meine Kollegen schimpfen. So Verschwendung.
Missile incoming!
Dreht aber so scheiße langsam, dass es mir egal ist.
Trigger's taking out one of the AA guns.
Spare 15, missile away.
sind halt meine Aufgaben.
They have me spiked.
Du musst kriegen und alles von denen so auf den Boden zu schreiben. Und nicht nur Aufgaben vom Boss, der sich irgendwo versteckt, sondern auch Aufgaben als AC-Pilot. Alles, was Probleme macht, was so im Boden ist, in Grund und Boden stampft und nicht mehr am Leben lassen. Quasi. So ungefähr.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Dafür habe ich alles zur Verfügung, was ich brauche.
New blips on my radar. Get after him.
Aber es sind Luftziele wahrscheinlich, die da oben. Die er meinte. Also
This is Spare 11. Enemy base dead ahead. Damn it, we can't do this from the sky. We need ground troops.
Spare 11, just do your job.
Just give us a bomb big enough to blow the area.
Trigger destroyed the enemy facility while everyone else was sleeping.
Yeah.
He's done it again. I'm gonna have to rethink the odds.
No, we got a fire! Enemy brought on me. Someone help me out here!
Ja, der kommt. Seid geradewegs in die Hölle rausgefahren, Jungs.
Missile away. AA gun down.
If only I could bring a radio to lift my spirits.
Hostile has a lock.
The anti-air guns are hit hard. Our air defense capabilities are compromised. Just grab whatever you can and return fire. Missile! Evaded!
Geschenke, Marco.
You've done a fair amount of work to their ground units, but I see some of you still have ammo. Continue with the attack. Keep yourself nice and exposed till I say otherwise.
Ja, das ist gut, dass ich das Flugzeug genommen habe. Weil es wird dafür quasi gebaut. Nicht getroffen zu werden, sondern lang viel auszuhalten, um quasi lange für den getroffen zu werden.
You mean they already know the next strategy? Hold up. Let's make it bet. Whoever guesses the next strategy wins. You can get in on this too, Bandog.
Maybe you guys need to cool your heads off in solitary.
Let me look into this doctrine thing.
Man, you're delusional.
A bribe is all you need to look into a terminal. It's amazing how many people write their password on a note by their desk. Gathering intel is all about getting access. You really are good at murdering people, Trigger. It's only 80% is used to killing presidents. Ex-presidents. So, what's the difference? Whatever, still got 3 set lines. Trigger's destroyed all the trucks.
Ja.
Aircraft approaching at high speed, bearing 280.
Gegen die kann ich nichts machen. Ja, ich bin gegen die.
They're drones.
These must be the infamous drones.
They can dogfight without pilots? What about them on the news?
Machines are not replacing humans.
Calm down. They're just obstacles in your way. Don't forget your original mission.
It's bad enough just dealing with the surface. Damn.
Vehicle down.
Did the jailer know about the shitstorm he was sending us into? Missile units are just pawns.
That lion son of a bitch. Don't pretend like you deserve any better. Continue with the operation.
Enemy sighted. Fox 2.
Target down.
This is a whole new kind of war.
So sort of busy.
Confirm kill on AA gun. Trigger crashed. Truly an idiot.
No, he's moving to the tunnel. He's crazy.
This is Spare
I can't. I've got my hands full too.
High roller, missile, shake it
Ich
off.
glaube, die werde ich bin das
I'm
abstürzen.
still at the table. High roller, missile, another one. I've got
Alles
a
in
bet on me getting
Ordnung.
out of this. Hey, someone's down. Who is it? It's High Roller. He's been taken out.
Don't piss your pants over one aircraft being down.
There's no way this base can be attacked from the air.
Enemy has a lock on me.
So, ich gucke, was der annimmt, dass ich abgestürzt bin.
Avoid it, you moron. Watch your speed.
Another man down. There's no point. Retreat.
Follow your orders. Continue the operation. Deserters will be punished.
I'm hit. I'm hit. My aircraft.
This isn't even a fight. You want to lose all your pilots?
Shut up.
Try and stop me.
I'm getting behind the trigger. Stick with the best if you want to survive. If anyone wants to die, let him. Poor decision on your part. I've still got top score. Count? Man, you're useless.
Everyone knows you inflate your numbers.
I can't get close enough to try. I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Fox 2.
Engage or face punishment.
Keep yapping away, little guard dog.
You'll pay for this.
Looks like we're the only ones having fun out here. Trigger, the one with the highest score wins. Let's settle who's best once and for all.
This is how it works. You do whatever tasks you're given. 5 minutes remaining.
Das wird hoffentlich dicke ausreichen. Na komm. Na komm.
Hostile has a lock. Spare 15, missile.
Too low and you'll get fired from the ground.
Also wenn ich nicht mit der Spiel treffe ich nichts. Ein Hauptargument ist immer noch meine Hauptwaffe.
Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Mit 30 mm Gatling.
In gun range. A missile hit you. Missile incoming.
They have me spiked.
Missile.
Bandit in my sights.
Missile.
You take care of the surface target.
Spare 15 locked on. In gun range.
Someone take out the AA.
Caution. Pull up.
3 minutes remaining.
Missile.
Spare 15 missile.
Missile.
Hostile has a lock.
Missile.
Incoming missile. Breaking. Trigger has destroyed the target.
Don't worry about crashing. Worry about your sins.
Missile.
Ich hab dich gesündigt.
Missile.
Are you freelancing as a priest now as well as a jailer?
Spare 15, SAM site down. Tank eliminated.
Incoming missile. Breaking.
Missile.
Missile away.
Couldn't even pick the worst location. Can't hit anything for shit out here.
Missile.
2 minutes remaining. Chaff and flares at 0. Enemy has a lock on you.
I'm finally finding my
Missile.
Bandit right behind you.
Missile.
Spare 15 locked on.
Missile.
Great shot. Keep it up.
Missile.
They have me Enemy spiked.
Caution.
Missile evading.
Missile. 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 Missile.
Komm du eins, muss sagen.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Okay. All that's left below you is piles of rubble. Look for more enemies. Let's see if they can't hit you this time.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
Missile incoming! 1 minute remaining.
Jetzt sind wir auf Fest mit dem Luftzimmer. Das Teil war dafür nicht gebaut.
Enemy has a lock on you.
I'm spiked. I'll shake him.
Das löchert die halt einfach.
Missile. Missile.
Locked. Missile away.
Und das ist quasi ein Schweizer Käse.
30 seconds remaining.
Missile.
Wenn man da mal trifft.
Missile. Missile.
Na komm.
Missile.
Wow, Trigger's the only one who's managed to hit the base.
Missile. Missile.
Ja, weil ich zu schnell war und die Basis schon im Schrott war, als ich da war. Als ich weggeflogen bin. Yay!
Spare 15 down another. That's 3.
Mit einer A10. Muss man mitdenken.
Okay. You've hit the enemy base enough. Operation is complete. Head back. The bastards who flew off are going to wish they were never born. You guys get a pass.
Damn right. I wouldn't be surprised if we're thrown in solitary too.
Hey, who wants to bet who goes into solitary? That's what that gambling nut job would say if he was still here.
Where's your sense of humor, guys? Your buddy's making a joke. Laugh already.
Die Waffe hat sich ganz bestimmt darüber gefreut. Über diesen Witz, der so gut war. Oh Gott. So ein beschissener Witz.
You lost claims, but this...
Das war egal, was du laberst. Erster Versuch. Okay. So, das interessiert mich jetzt mal. Und die letzten 2 Medaillen, die ich erhalten habe. Hier. Das nicht, das hier. Zu gehen, wenn 220 Flugzeuge mit einem MG. Oh. Und das nicht. Operation per mindestens 50 Bodenziel zerstört. Ohne Vorräte aufzufüllen. Ja, klar. Ja, du. Oh Gott, muss ich wahrscheinlich eine F-22 abschießen mit dem Teil. Oder irgendeinen benannten Jet. Das wird lustig. Ach ja, hier könnt ihr manchmal das Menü. Ich glaube, ich mache die Musik wieder an.
You know, I've received a medal for my ingenuity in finding a use for you cons. But just remember, if you disobey orders, there's a special place in solitary confinement for you. Your so-called right to complain was forfeited the moment you chose to break the law. Okay then, go make yourselves useful. An Osean Air Force squadron is currently entering Erusian territory for reconnaissance. Due to certain factors, their return route has been changed. The new return route will be through Yinshi Valley, a scenic and rocky karst area. The enemy's radar facilities and anti-aircraft weapons hidden on the mountainside pose a serious threat. Your mission is to destroy them and get our guys out in one piece, even if it puts your own lives in danger. And it is important to remember, they will send up interceptors if you're detected. So you will need to choose something useful in a dogfight. The weather won't be on your side, but you're doing this whether you like it or not. Worry about the squadron's return route, not your own. Your mission is to get them back safely, which I think is the perfect punishment for your crimes.
Wir fliegen nicht bei beschissenem Wetter. Wir fliegen normalerweise eigentlich, obwohl wir sind weder Navy noch Air Force, wir sind gar kein Militärzweig. Hab nichts gesagt. Mist, könnt ihr mal, die Musik könnt ihr mich persönlich richtig krass aufnehmen. Warum ich mir den Flieger, warum ich mir den Flieger holen möchte, ist, damit ich wenigstens 2 reine Bodenflieger habe. Und nicht nur die A10. Das sind die einzigsten 2. Das ist entweder Mehrzweck oder, ja. mal kurz gucken.
Aircraft preparations complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Operation Two Pairs.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick. Target radar facilities and AA weaponry. They're set up on a rugged terrain, and there's a lot of cloud cover. You will be near thunderclouds. Man, you guys were born unlucky.
Ja, wir sind nicht so schnell gemacht.
Came up with this batshit plan.
Just obey orders.
Air Force Base 444 Squadron, this is Cyclops 1. The Cyclops and Strider squadrons currently contain 7 aircraft. Stand by. We'll be arriving shortly.
Understood.
Are you telling us we have to dodge lightning?
Spare 15, target destroyed.
Low on ammunition. It'll be hard to take on hostiles. We'll have to rely on you guys to make it home.
Cyclops 1, this is Bandog. We need the job done on time.
Bandog? Cool name. Nice working with you, Mr. Guard Dog.
The terrain makes the airstream bumpy. Don't damage those planes.
Das war ein eigenes.
Destruction of target facility is confirmed.
They're in the clouds.
Ich hab so gerechnet, das Flugzeug gehalten. Das kaputt geht, ist meine Schuld. Und aus Ende. Muss ich ernst vom Fluggeschütz nehmen, bis es repariert wurde.
The regular force's secret reconnaissance plane is deep inside Erusea? They're investigating the ruins. That's all I know. You sure found out quick. They got a secret weapon, maybe? There's only so much I can find out.
Enough talk.
Radar's working.
Also,
Attack.
ja.
Don't wait for interceptors. Use missiles.
Fox 2. Destruction of target facility confirmed. The mission doesn't require you to talk. Use your head as well as your hands.
Righto.
They're flying between the columns.
Na komm.
Radar facilities are silent, but those SAM sites are still a threat. Eliminate them. All targets destroyed, no complaints here.
Caution. Bandits inbound. Here come the UAVs.
We might have crossed the line.
There they are.
Leave this one to our friends.
Wish we'd used that hole to get home, too.
Things don't always go perfectly.
Ich hab das Gefühl, das will ich gleich abstürzen.
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They
Oh,
need
that's
our
not...
cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
It's impossible. I'm not flying in there to help out some assholes I don't know shit about.
As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Thanks. I owe you one.
I can't get him to overshoot.
All right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
Someone flew into the thunderclouds.
Spare 15 is down.
Ich hab keiner gesehen. Oder?
The drones have jumped on the recon team. Our friends aren't equipped for air-to-air. They need our cover. All 444 aircraft, get them out of there. Not even one is to go down. Destroy the UAVs.
That's impossible. I'm not flying in here to help out some assholes I don't know shit about.
As they say in my house, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity.
Someone flew into the thunderclouds!
Spare 15 has broken through the thunderclouds. Nice work for a dumbass. UAV splashed.
I owe you.
Right, good start. Now let's get the remaining 6 out of there.
It's gonna be a long way around those thunderclouds. All cowards, go hide in the thunderclouds like Trigger.
Strider 4, bandit on your 6.
UAVs retreating. Help by getting in between them and the UAVs.
You don't even have time to check radar.
UAV down.
Ja, einfach mal Aufgaben, ne?
Bandog, there are still 5 aircraft in the combat zone. Cyclops 2, watch your 6.
Abschießen und wieder weg. Weg. Für das will ich keine Rakete. Für das will ich
Radar
doch
confirms
nicht.
Spare 15 has come out of the clouds.
Just into a thundercloud without even blinking.
Strider 3, get that enemy off your ass!
Dealing with 9Gs is tough. For those UAVs, it's just another day at the office. Why are we risking our lives to wipe someone else's ass?
Start complaining when you can keep your own nose clean.
Damn it.
Wiseman 444 Squadron support incoming. Sorry, but I'm using this chance to break off.
Shake that missile off, Cyclops 3!
Look after the survivors.
Cyclops,
Roger.
missile fired at you! You want a piece of me? You got it. Hostile behind me!
This is bad. Fading fast.
Quit scratching your ass and approach the enemy.
Ah,
Shake that enemy!
Missile in the air. Evading.
da mal ja
UAV
reinkommen.
destroyed.
I owe you one.
Cyclops 4 has broken off. There you go. Things are looking up. Finally got some good guys in support.
Looks like there's one guy who's got everyone's backs.
Hell, they don't even have a formation.
Cyclops 3, check your 6.
Triggers hold nothing.
Oh, was tut endlich? Danke.
Cyclops 3 has broken off. Bandog, it's just me and one more to go.
Spare 15. You're the only one earning any redemption today. Make sure the rest of them stay alive.
You'll let the devil and 3 Sith lines go free after that.
You're in no position to call someone a devil, Count. Don't make me laugh.
Bingo.
Cyclops 2 is broken up.
In dem Fall hat der Typ sogar recht gehabt.
Got big gratitude for you.
Der hat ja laut für mich zu nennen, eigentlich.
Cyclops 1 is breaking off. He could have broken off any time if he was by himself. Spare 15. All UAVs in the vicinity confirmed destroyed.
Nice teamwork. Thanks.
Immer wieder gerne.
Who is that? Tell him I'm grateful.
Copy that, Cyclops 1. Spare Squadron. Mission is complete. Return to base. Wait a minute. Hold it.
Oh, give me a break. Do you have more chores for us?
Spare 8, Champ. Bogey approaching fast from the rear. All available units support Spare 8.
I don't need any support. This is all mine.
Nein.
Damn it. He's glued to my tail.
Nichts machen.
Still not firing. I ain't afraid of it.
Spare 8, no dogfighting.
Negative. I'm not letting this slide.
Voll noch ab.
You could have done that sooner.
I want to understand the enemy.
He shot down Chan. He was toying with him.
Spare 10 lost. Another one. One recon aircraft lost. What's with this guy? That's an Su-30. All Spare Squadron aircraft provide support for Cyclops and Strider. Keep the bandit off of them.
Dang it, that's not possible.
Get in there with that here, Spare 15. We're gonna lose more friendlies.
Monster gegen Monster, Junge.
Last time a force craft flying out of bounds.
Cowards bailing on us?
I just sent back the damaged craft. We only need guys we can use. Spare 15, Spare 11, from an element to take up the rear. Forget it. Trigger's taking the beast head on. You two deal with support.
So this is where Tabloid bows out. Shit. Roger that. Will do. Right in front of me.
Soul 2, Soul 3. They've got 2 rear guard.
Oh.
The better one's mine.
Copy that, King.
Don't call me that.
Soul 1, please respond. What's your status?
My status? Well, I'm getting a little excited. Missile hit.
Is he down?
No, managed to take it in a non-critical area. I'll teach you how to do that when we get back. Soul 2, this is Soul 1.
Soul 2 here. What's up?
Missile did not connect. That wasn't the plan.
Spare 15, caution. If your plane gets beat up, you're a sitting duck.
Doesn't miss it over here. The guy's a goddamn flying wizard.
Missile hit. This may hit sooner than I thought.
Fox 2, Fox 2.
Warning. Systems malfunction. Warning. Systems malfunction.
Aha. Deine Systeme krepieren. Meine kosten ein paar 100 Millionen. Da sollte man wenigstens erwarten, dass sie funktionieren.
You see that color? He's flying.
It's Mr. X for sure.
The pilot of the experimental squadron's X-plane. Yeah, another hit. Confirm visual in the clouds.
Go get him.
Soul 1, moving to assist.
Your job's and I'll do mine.
Wiseman, we don't want to mess with this guy. It's clear by the way he flies. Way out of my league.
Exactly the man we didn't want to run into. Jaeger, if it comes down to it, we'll act as a shield. Just get my guys out of here.
Understood.
You're telling me there's only 2 craft taking on the orange guy?
No, just Green One is taking him on.
No way. I wouldn't last a minute.
Do not engage. If he gets close, just run.
Copy that. He's gonna do that anyway.
Komm jetzt her, du.
C2.
My status is fine. Do not interfere.
Soul 1, the clouds are moving in. Let's return to base.
Ja, du Schwitze.
Bandit is retreating. He managed to survive somehow.
Echt knapp.
Trigger, kindness gets you killed.
Hey, guard dog. Who's the guy who worked his ass off at the rear?
The biggest dumbass in the unit.
Makes sense. Only an idiot would be brave enough to pull off those moves.
I'll guide you back to Air
Ja,
Force Base 444.
das hast du mir
Though I
eh
doubt you're
wirklich als
enough gas to
Idiot.
Appreciate
make it.
the help. Will he be at the base?
I wouldn't get involved if I were you.
So, krieg ich jetzt einen
Runway is clear.
Dollar
You
oder
have
so?
permission to land. You made it this far, don't screw up now.
Ach komm, ich werde schon nicht verkacken.
3,000 meters.
Lass mich mal machen.
Too fast. Lower your airspeed.
Ich brauch deine Hilfe nicht beim Fliegen.
You're past the guidance limit. Make a visual landing.
Und
Great
geparkt.
work. Nice job in not ruining a good plane.
Ja, danke.
Your work's still far from done. Stand by for further orders.
Mach ich eh immer, ich hab eh nichts anderes zu tun.
The crew said the enemy had one
Ah.
mean son of a bitch flying for him. Our team had a few Air Force hot dogs, real experienced pilots. But this guy swooped in like a hawk, locked on, and took them all out in the blink of an eye. Reminds me of a story Gramps told me once. He said a little while before he retired from active duty, he saw an enemy fighter wipe out an entire formation right in front of him. It was like seeing how a shark works when it's going after its dinner. This enemy pilot stalked Gramps' pals from below, just like how a shark would. Then one by one, he put the bite on them. Sounds like what happened to our guys today. kind of surprised so many made it back alive. I bet when they saw what was going on, they broke formation and left their buddies to the shark. Hang on. There's 3 extra planes here. They're foreigners too.
Spare Squadron, this mission needs to be quick.
Ich mache halt gute Arbeit. Bessere als die, scheinbar. Komm, ich kann eigentlich alleine irgendwo hingehen und das machen. Also wirklich. Die anderen stehen auch eh meistens noch weg.
So how?
Das ist auch eine andere Aufgabe, als über Flugzeuge abzuschieben. Und es wird verwalten.
I had a chance to talk to one of the pilots that escaped back here, so I took it. Apparently, 2 of our planes took the enemy on alone. They covered the Allies so they could retreat. The hell kind of idiot does a thing like that? The last pilot to land back at the base was that scrawny anarchist dude. He always had this dumb grin on his face, like he didn't give a damn about whatever he did to get thrown in here with the rest of us. Was he the one who went gung-ho? I bought him a drink later. After the usual small talk, I turned the topic around to the mission. For an anarchist, he struck me as a bit weird. Nothing like what I expected. He talked a mile a minute and kept going on and on about library books. Not encyclopedias, those cheesy adventure novels you read in high school. Nothing against those. I like a good story myself once in a while. But I wasn't here to talk books.
I remember that day well. Amidst the swirling clouds, a fighter squadron was trying to help its allies reach safety.
He's pretty foolish, isn't he?
I thought so too. Suddenly, a highly skilled enemy fighter squadron appeared and began picking them off at the edges. One by one, they fell right out of the sky.
Although, I guess there was nobody around that was even more foolish to go to their aid then. So you simply watch things unfold from a distance.
Yeah. I mean, who would have ever thought that I'd just go and follow him straight into the enemy squadron like that?
After what felt like decades, I finally got to the info I was looking for. He wasn't the guy. He said he was just following his wingman's lead and managed not to die somehow. The hero on this mission was the new guy. The one that killed Harling. How did you feel?
I'm still kind of shaken up, actually. But you know, I do feel a certain sense of pride, too.
He really is foolish, isn't he?
Yep, he sure is.
I went to the hangar to have myself a closer look at Trigger's plane. I knew that burnt smell. That's what happens when an engine's been driven to its limit. This pilot was a hot dog. From now on, I was gonna keep my eye on this idiot. From a distance, though. I didn't want to get too tight with someone who was a better pilot than my dad. Even so, I decided to give this guy's plane a little bit of the old Avril magic touch. He needed all the help he could get.
Mein Flugzeug schafft schon Subsonic. Falls du das damit anfassen willst. Mit deinen Baukünsten überschäftiger zu bauen. Kriegt man auch schon hin. Ich dachte 2,3, also
if you disobeyed orders in the previous mission, line up over there. You won't disobey a second time. Do not test my patience. The biggest threat to our forces is the enemy's enormous swarm of drones. In order for our forces to penetrate deep into Erusian territory, we'll need to clear a path. You will destroy the enemy's fuel plant. HQ has found evidence that fuel is being moved intermittently inland from a refinery at the harbor in Artiglio. It's likely they're supplying fuel for the various drone bases. Those of you whose food privileges were taken away already know how this goes. We silence the drones by taking their fuel. Enter via the estuary Take out their AA, destroy the fuel points on both sides of the river and their oil tankers. Remember, you're not bona fide military. You're expendable.
Echt? Sind alle von uns ersetzbar, Kollege? Erstes Mal, ich habe das modernste Flugzeug hier komplett. In der kompletten Einheit habe ich das modernste Flugzeug. Das ist erstens. Zweitens bin ich der komische Typ, der auf die Idee kam, dass das eine gute Idee wäre, sondern mit halt weitaus mehr erfahrenen Piloten anzugehen. Und ich habe gut mal ein paar Mal getroffen. Er hat also schon mitbekommen, woran es ging. Er hat's gespürt, sagen wir es so. Okay.
Champ went down crying like a baby. I knew he was all bark and no bite. A coward. You don't want to talk, running off with your tail between your legs? I wasn't running away, I was retreating. Well, I can't say I blame you. It was hell out there. Man, I'm not in the mood for this shit today. I'm gonna blow stuff up to let off steam. Target in sight. I see a lot of oil tanks. Boats or warships. There's plenty of buildings, too.
Destroy everything in sight.
I appreciate this is a Navy operation. You don't look like military.
You think you look anything like military?
Mark 2.
Spare 15 target destroyed.
Damn! That's what I call fireworks.
Yeah!
I've got more bad news. The megastorm Anessa 2 that formed a few days ago is approaching our AO.
No time to smell the roses, then. A fighter pilot needs to fight. Missions like this seem too easy.
Another one dropped. Take this.
Burn, bitches!
Are you guys all nuts? I thought at least one of you was safe.
Hey, come down.
Let's see staying stuck in the database.
It's like watching a fireworks display.
Burn, baby, burn. Stuck on there.
On my target.
Spare 15 target destroyed.
Quietly walking away.
Band on was right. We're not proud for military. Enough of looking bigger than thou act, tabloid. I belong in the penal unit. Trigger, you belong here even more than I do. It's all about where you're from.
Flugzeugvernichter.
Anessa 2 entering AO in 3 minutes.
Shit, we're out of time.
Enemy is next to me. Okay. Attack missed. You're mine.
Hey, Trigger, why do you think this stupid war keeps dragging on? You're none. It's all because countries exist. Shouting that and throwing a rock got me in here.
Well, you have free meals and a warm bed. You should thank our good citizens.
The enemy's gunning for me.
Enemy is fled. Man, I missile.
You can't put the fire out. Get back. The future is gone.
Bandit on your 6. Watch it.
Spare 15 locked on.
Enemy's locked on me. Someone help me out here. Dodge. Spare 15. Enemy has a lock on you. Enemy is anti-air culture. Okay.
Missile in the air. Heads up. Trigger eliminated the target.
Locked on hostile.
Warum ist das ja.
Dust Cloud is entering the area of operations. Finish your work if you want to stay out of solitary.
Feindlicher Infrastruktur.
Confirmed kill on AA gun.
Und Infanterie.
Vehicle down.
Trigger has destroyed the target.
30 seconds remaining.
Targeting every last oil truck.
Hostile has a lock.
Eigentlich hat gebaut zum als Tank zur Luftbodenunterstützung für Infanterie. Das macht ja auch. Braucht aber für mehr als das eigentlich.
I'll take jobs like this any day. Megastorm Nessa 2 is about to arrive.
Right, bring out the trucks. Make sure their routes are split. Take every drop of fuel you can carry.
Gut zum Zerlegen von ganzen Einheiten, wie man vielleicht gerade gesehen hat. Lass mich noch schnell abwarten.
It looks like some oil tankers loaded with oil got away. Locked on target. HQ saw them on satellite. Burn down everything that turns up.
Why are they popping on and off of radar?
Sand clouds. Sand breaks up here and there. That's when radar picks them up. If you detect something, strike fast.
Staring at my radar and trolling? This is not my style.
Even in sand, you can lock on if you get close enough.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Easy for you to say.
You guys do whatever you want. I'm going off by myself. Okay. Do you think that's for the best?
Missile launched. Tanker truck destroyed. Make sure you wipe them all out.
Take that.
Eyes like a jackal, Trigger. Got one on radar. Moving. They pave desert highways nicely, you know? People drive fast to avoid bandits in the desert.
Vehicle down. The rising smoke marks their graves.
Nice sentiment, Bandog.
Spare 2, count. Where the hell do you think you're going? You're approaching Erusian territory. Return.
Just following orders to find tankers. So how about you go chew on a bone?
Nothing but sand and rock. Nice place to build a prison.
We can toss you in it as soon as it's up. Spare squadron, a new enemy is approaching. Bearing 350 from the reference point.
They're coming from the north. Did they pick up Count's aircraft? Wait a sec, don't go blaming me.
They appear to be Erusian drones.
More UAVs? Why are they always after us?
The mission stays the same. Destroy the tankers.
There's no way we can chase the damn tankers now. They're coming.
You're out of your goddamn mind.
A cat doesn't have enough lives to carry out your orders.
Do your duty and take out the tankers. Tanker confirmed eliminated. Keep going. Burn it all.
Trigger trashed the target.
Woo! Trigger again?
Yep, no doubt.
It's really burning. That was some primo jet fuel.
Nah, jet fuel doesn't ignite that easily. That was standard gasoline.
How about taking targets down instead of flapping your gums? Have you forgotten what happens to deserters? I'll send you out to dig up landmine with your bare hands.
I'm sticking around. You know why that political offender jackass is still alive, don't you?
Trigger?
Higher chance of living with him.
Spare 15, target destroyed.
One more truck down. Stop them all!
Huh? What was that explosion?
You can't stick around forever. Find those targets. Target is down. Well done.
Uncovered another one.
That's a lot of fuel up in smoke. But there could be more hiding somewhere.
How can we be expected to deal with the surface and the air at the same time? Trigger, hurry up and take care of the enemy.
Ja, ja. Alles. Also, Jungs, lasst mich einfach machen. Ich kümmere mich. Macht ja sonst niemand hier irgendwas.
Weapon system's acting up. I can't fight like this. I'm gonna break off. There he goes, running away. And he's who drew the drones here. You just say what you want. Have fun with your new friends. That cheers me up. Not that I give a rat's ass. You sound like you know something. I just gave intel away for free. We can't attack the surface while our lives are on the line.
Chaff and flares are low.
Target detected on radar.
Target confirmed near full band. Dig around.
Trigger, I need support, now!
Enough of this trigger bullshit. All aircraft, destroy the tankers.
Let's just leave him to it. Watch your tail!
Spare 15, you're hit.
Got it! What is this bullshit?
Understood. HQ sent a message. That was the last one. All aircraft, return to base. Putting up all those tankers will starve their drones for a while.
I'm still alive.
Stick with Trigger and you'll make it. Worked like a charm.
If you think that's all you need to survive, you might as well get your last rites now.
Exactly, that was all dumb luck. Wait, you were in earshot, Count?
Must have been straining to hear from high altitude.
Seems you've learned nothing in the sky, Count.
Well, yeah, it's not like there's anything I can learn from Trigger.
Doch, alles. Deine allgemeine Flugart zum Beispiel. Schnell. Einfach rein. Und auf alles schießen, was sich bewegt, dann kriegt man das schon hin. Und immer schön High G-Turns machen.
The mission was a...
Ich muss gucken, was Gold das ist. Sorry. Okay, 1000 Gegner, 2000 Gegner, 3000 Gegner. Okay. Wahrscheinlich 300 Gegner. Okay. Naja, machen wir weiter. Faceless Soldier.
It seems headquarters...
Hoch. Naja. Jetzt will ich aber wissen, was das für ein Teil ist. Aha. Nö. Nicht so meine Art Flugzeug.
It's time to get busy, convicts. Proceed with your mission now.
Operation Flash, okay. Ach, die Mission. Oh ja, Polo-Gebirge. Okay.
The enemy is watching from above. Stay in or below the clouds to keep hidden. That means no missiles. Even you lot should understand that.
Talk about an enclosed space.
What's more enclosed than solitary? Commence operation. That's your target radar. Destroy the anti-air weapons around it, too.
What if the radar isn't under a cloud?
Destroy it, and then scurry for cover if you value your life.
I thought you'd say that.
Destroy radar sites. You're still under satellite observation. Watch out for missiles.
Feels like I'm being watched by a pack of band dogs.
Their missiles are guided by a combination of the satellite and the radar facility. So if the radar facility is destroyed, their missiles should stop hitting their targets.
Are you sure you can trust that intel?
Who knows? Only one way to find out. No, you're using them to fight. Radar site confirmed destroyed. However, not all radars have been taken out. The satellite's still in operation.
They sure are making things easy for us. Damn it, they're making us do something, but just what? It's a dangerous operation, but it's better than running through a minefield blind, I guess. You're so naive, Tabloid. What we're doing is exactly like running through a minefield blind.
Silence. If you've got time to yap, you're not doing your job right.
Got in using a trick any amateur could think of. Picked up a bunch of intel.
Full man, that's your second strike. There won't be a third.
You're best shaking off missiles by going into the clouds.
Target destroyed. 2 to go.
I got my hands on a password, and after some digging around, I found a bunch of stuff.
I'm not sure you understand what you're saying, Spare 6.
I'll let you in on it when we're home, Band Dog. In this war, intel is a life or death matter.
I think you might be right. All targets destroyed.
Yep.
That's the last of the radar sites we needed to destroy. That probably put a stop to their satellite's missile guidance capabilities. Someone fly above the clouds.
How about you?
I like the sound of that.
You could do with the exercise.
Wait a minute. Hold it.
What's going on, Band Dog?
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
Nobody told me there was this many nearby. Incoming Allied fighters. Respond.
The regular forces don't want anything to do with the Peel base.
Hey, they have radar lock.
The IFF says they're allies. Whoa, time out. Tell me they're barrier troops. Someone's on me. Is he an enemy? Evade!
Ocean fighters do not attack. Shit.
Ich komm hinter euch, egal was ihr macht.
These guys aren't allies.
Are they spoofing our IFF?
Modern IFF connects to our strategic system via satellites. It can't be decoded.
What the hell?
What about markings and craft type?
There's no time. The enemy's showing no mercy.
Hast du noch gesehen, wenn man vorbeifliegt?
Spare 15, enemy's got a lock.
Der F-18 ist gefallen.
At this rate, no one's going to get out alive. All aircraft head into the clouds. Get out of the enemy sight.
And then what? Hey, the enemy's working in coordination. Who's on my tail? Is it an enemy? Information regarding IFF is top secret. There's no way they can make it fake.
Schieß einfach auf alle F-18, die ihr seht.
I mean Trigger. What? Bandog, can you register Trigger and the blips around him as friendlies?
What are you thinking? What good is that?
What other choice do we have?
Sure.
All right, all aircraft, form up on Trigger, nice and tight.
Da kommt auch ran auf den Meter. So gefällt mir das. Immer schön nah rankommen. Den Rest übernehme ich. Scheinbar. Oh, shit, da was für eine Flagge.
Bandog, it's on you. Full band, what's your location?
The tail end.
Understood. I've sent new ID data. Enemies will be marked as enemies.
Yeah, my radar is up here.
Shoot them all down.
On them!
No way I'm dying out here.
This is the penal unit. I decide when you die.
Shit.
Box 2.
Look alive!
Projectile incoming.
New boots on radar.
Tell us what's happening. Come on!
God damn it, not right now.
That doesn't sound good.
Air contact incoming at high speed. It's too fast to be an aircraft.
It's not an aircraft. What is it?
What do we do? What's going on?
Five, four, three, two, one. Here it comes.
That shockwave!
My aircraft's gonna break up!
Huh? Incoming transmission from HQ. Their weapon is codenamed Helios. It's a long-range missile carried by Arsenal birds.
Arsenal birds?
Why are they aiming for us?
Sending over the predicted impact zone. It's coming in hot.
Damn, you're working quick today, Bandog.
Get too chatty and you'll die. Five, four, three, two, one.
Don't get caught.
How can they fire like that when they've got allies in the airspace? Don't they care about the pilots?
Half of the targets remaining.
Trigger, missile incoming!
Spare 15, missile away. Projectile on radar.
I can't find a way out.
Nowhere to run!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Helios incoming.
Direct hit, we're done.
There are a few targets remaining. Concentrate. Shoot down remaining hostiles. Count. 1 to go.
Deswegen mag ich
Go
das,
get him.
die eine wechseln und
Where is
dann
he?
Count.
Rhino, this is it! Alright, I got the last one.
Oh, yeah! You like that, you dirty fake?
Damn it! God damn it! Why is this... What? Full band?
What the hell? Full band down! Friendly fire? Didn't we get all the bandits?
Ja.
Man got tagged as an enemy.
What?
Kannst du bitte vor mir fliegen?
You did that on purpose, Bandog.
Did what?
Don't play dumb. Full band.
It was an accident. It got out of control. Return to base.
Son of a bitch!
Ah, ich hab verfehlt. Su-30 M2. Dies auf der Su-30 basierende Mehrzweckjäger wurde für den Export entwickelt, steht nun aber im Dienst eines Heimatlandes. Ach, seines Heimatlandes. Lesen. War und bin ich noch nicht gut drin gewesen. Aber ich kann's. So, jetzt der Klapper.
Suddenly, we were being treated like a regular unit. We've been ordered to pack everything up and move the base further inland. We even got a transport plane. The funny thing is, no one here remembers I've got a bum leg and, oh, that I'm not a soldier. Take a look at the map. There's an island on the other side of Usea our Marines landed on. The space elevator's not too far from there. They tell us the airfield's being used as a base to support the elevator. Not sure if I trust that intel. Anyway, the transport plane's gonna drop us there, without any fighters to cover us. Some genius thought we could commandeer the enemy's jets they left in the hangars, and use those to fight. Y'all aren't real soldiers, they said. Any other day we'd be using you lowlifes to go out and dig up landmines. And prisoners don't get guns. You'll just have to make do with whatever we give you and like it. A phone. They don't let us prisoners near them. But with all the hustle and bustle of moving the base, they forgot to lock this one up. Looks like an antique. I lost my right for a phone call ever since I was arrested and locked up. It's trippy to think that I can just hook it up, dial a number, and talk to someone from my own country. Planning escapes ain't all I'm good at. I'm plenty good at remembering phone numbers, too. A little while later, I headed over to HQ. You must know.
We did get a call direct from command. That pipe, what exactly are you doing with it?
My grandfather had a lot of friends in the Air Force from his time as a lieutenant. My point? Well, you're going to set out in your own special aircraft. Then you'll send everybody else off in the wrong direction while you head somewhere else.
All right, fine. But just you and you alone. You're the only one allowed on board. Besides, there's only one seat left.
I said cool. That's exactly what I wanted to hear.
Jetzt gibt es noch eine. Ach, jetzt weiß ich Bescheid, warum die da. Ist egal.
Attention, I've received a communication from the General Staff Office. It seems your ability to carry out missions has gotten the attention of the higher-ups. All of you have been pardoned. The Ocean Air Force Base 444 Squadron is now officially legit.
Yay.
In celebration, you are to join the operation to take back the base on Tyler Island in southwestern Usea. The battle is underway, and the airport to the south has been reclaimed. However, fighting with the remaining forces in the north is still active. You will all be stationed at the airport. The battle is not letting up. We expect extensive losses to all involved. Still, the fact that we've gained new ground is a blessing. My time as CO of the penal base is over. All command personnel, including myself, are being moved to a base in far eastern Usea. However, we will be stopping to refuel in Bulgurdarest. It's in Erusian territory, with close ties to Osea. Even if we detour, we will still have to fly through Erusian airspace in the end. And that is where we will need you ex-cons to come in. I've selected a number of you with mission experience to provide support. That's all. Dismissed. Hey, Trigger, wait right there. Though I'm not entirely happy with the arrangement, you are going to provide support.
Okay.
The drones might attack again. If they do, protect my aircraft with your life.
Okay.
If the General Staff Office hadn't stepped in and requested you, your ass would have been sent to Tyler Island. You were covered in Harling's blood, yet you still are messing around behind the scenes.
Okay.
You breathe in a way I don't like, and I'll shoot you out of the damn sky.
Viel Glück mit dem unbewaffneten Flugzeug, das bräuchte ja keine Eskorte, du Depp. Ich bin nicht dumm, okay? Ich krieg sowas mit. Eskortenjäger. Ja, bitte. Also mal.
Aircraft preparations complete. Stand by at the front.
Noch muss ich die Lackierung drauf behalten. Nach der Mission darf ich erst die ändern. Mission 10. Ja, machen wir das schon. 2 Stunden.
Spare 15, this is the control tower. The runway is clear. You are cleared for takeoff. The base commander's transport craft has taken off. It's flying alongside Spare 2. Well, Trigger, this is where we part ways. I hope we meet again in different squadrons.
Wenigstens auch ordentlich anfühlt.
Spare 15, takeoff
Also
confirmed.
mit Check und so weiter und so fort. Wo ist denn der abgehoben von? Ja? Nee.
Spare 15, altitude restriction lifted.
Wurscht.
So the liaison plane left without me. Yeah, I know. I'm heading into hell. Whatever. If the Khan's here and the dumbass prison guards are going, why shouldn't I? I'm no angel. I mean, my old man died playing hero, and all I do is hate him for it.
Okay, doch nicht. Sie geht mit dem alten
It ain't gonna be a picnic, that's for sure. Adios, you damn fool.
Ach, wir werden uns schon bald wieder treffen, Mädel.
The order is simple. Kill anyone trying to kill the commander, even if they're one of us.
Like how you killed Full Band?
It was an accident, so shut up.
Give me that. I'll do the talking. This is Base Commander McKenzie. I want you idiots to understand the gravity of this operation. My orders take priority. That's it.
Sure wish our cargo would shut up. The enemy's using anti-air weapons. Don't freak out. Keep your shit together.
Be on the lookout for camouflage SAM sites. Seek and destroy.
The radar's lit up. Fire. They know we're here.
SAM site confirmed. Down. Stay alert. SAM site's located. SAM site destroyed. Another SAM. Clean it up. SAM confirmed. Silent.
Ich weiß noch.
New SAM site. There are more than we expected.
Damn, they're firing surface-to-air missiles at me.
Find those targets.
Righto.
Nachher Service to Missiles sind SAMs.
SAM site confirmed. Destroyed. Continue escort. Another SAM spotted.
Aim for the large transport.
Bandits closing in. Determined hostile. Intercept.
The General Staff Office seems to have the impression you didn't kill Harley, Trigger. Report at destination. Reopen your case. Successfully carry out this mission, and it'll give a good impression.
Rover 1 has taken some damage, but can still fly.
Damaged? Take out the goddamn missile and there'd be no damage.
This is Band Dog. SAM site's located. Eliminate them.
Ja, wo denn? Da.
Enemy transport and support spotted and confirmed. Sending backup.
Enemy destroyed. Continue with escort.
Flying as an escort makes me feel like I'm all tied down.
site detected. Eliminate all threats. 40 kilometers remain.
Escorts that go down do so in honorable service, worthy of my praise.
The next missile will down your craft, so watch your tail.
Bandog, it's up to you to make sure the support stays in the air.
New SAM site.
Wo denn?
Firing support. We'll deal with the big one later.
Kann auch sein, dass die das gemeint hatten. Noch ein bisschen. Okay.
Bandits incoming. Engage and destroy. Trigger, count. Roper 1 is exposed to anti-air fire. Good. Enemy aircraft's eliminated.
Yikes. I forgot about the transport. Is it still flying?
Ich habe was gemacht. Immer schon weit auf den Kollegen schießen.
Roper 1 is exposed to anti-air fire. SAM site's detected. Keep the commander safe. I don't want to deal with the mess.
No, we can sleep in for once.
24 kilometers to destination. You're about halfway.
Garage.
Oh, I see the city. Once we're over the border, we're safe. Hurry up.
Bandits inbound. Don't get distracted. Just a little further.
Engage! The enemy spotted us first!
Situation report. Something's happening.
Ja, so funktioniert total. Ich hab
Situation
gesagt,
is prickly here.
das ist ja später im Webcode, das ist die normalen. Die fliegt immer einen normalen. Du müsstest immer erreichen. Aber das ist normaler Flieger, so wenn ich mich recht erinnere. Können wir mal ganz kurz ranfliegen.
Hands off while they're in Erusian airspace. Osia is our brother nation. We should help them.
Ja, ist ein normaler.
Spare 2, spare 15. Bandits closing in on Roper 1. Intercept and engage.
Bandog, I see enemy aircrafts. They're right on us. Call our escorts back. Count looks promising. He's got a good combat record.
We have to leave the zone.
Flares! Release all the flares!
Roper 1 hit by a missile.
Ja.
Bandog, get some support in there fast. Tell them I requested it.
There's no time. 2 aircraft will have to do. Bandits confirmed down. Arriving shortly at destination. Trigger, it's a breath of fresh air having you out here.
Oh, you hear that, Trigger?
In our squadron, even the good pilots were criminals. You don't stink like them, Trigger.
Looks like not all guard dogs have a good sense of smell. Trigger's got the worst criminal record out of all of us.
Count, you were convicted of fraud. You sure as hell don't live up to your name.
Save your sermons for someone who cares, preacher.
You wouldn't understand, Count. Not until you take a good look in the mirror.
Look below.
arrived at destination. Roper 1, report your situation. If everything's fine, prepare to land.
Would you look at that? Support has kept me alive.
Immer doch.
This is significant for all of our forces. I've left my mark by proving the penal unit's ability as a usable military.
All aircraft caution, bogies.
Front ain't over yet.
Unidentified aircraft. They're fast, real fast.
What?
It closed in fast.
Unknown considered hostile. Respond to the situation. Protect Roper 1.
Spare 15 engage. Take down the bandits. Spare 2 support Roper 1 and escort the craft to safety.
Wilco, I was just about to ask if I could do that myself.
Kann das machen? Einfach die Informationsträger.
Bandit hit. Still active. The bandit evaded a missile. How'd they manage that?
Trigger's movements are insane. Damn, buddy. Trigger, keep that guy away from here.
Ich bin aber selber angesehen.
What is that thing? Keep it away from this aircraft.
Ich krieg dich schon noch. Wart nur ab,
What the hell does he want? He's got his ACM down, but something's off.
Spare 2, stay alert. When you get there, the responsibility's on you.
Negative.
Komm, ich muss an der Gerät wegbekommen. Geht doch.
Bandit lost, confirmed down. Clear skies all round. Spare 15. You did well. Wait, what now? 4 friendlies approaching.
Allied fighters.
This is the Air Force Base 444 Squadron. What is your affiliation?
That a guard dog out here barking? This is your old friend, Cyclops 1.
Cyclops Squadron? What are you doing here?
I was tracking an enemy prototype. I wouldn't be surprised if that dumbass from your side was the one who downed it.
This is Base Commander McKinsey. I apologize on behalf of that asshole. He really screwed up. He didn't listen to my order to stand down. I'm certain he'll be punished for taking down the unidentified aircraft.
Give me a break.
Commander, if you would kindly accompany me to my base, we'll answer any questions you have there.
Actually, I'm grateful. Support was unreliable.
Respectfully, sir, I believe they got promise.
Fick dich. Sorry, der ist einfach ein Arsch. So, 3 Stunden reicht das.
That drone is the enemy's latest experimental craft. We wanted to collect data on its capabilities, but that's gone out the window now, hasn't it? To be honest, I didn't think it could be brought down by anything. Oh yeah, your commander has been transferred to a different post. He's probably headed to the front lines where things are hottest. Well, he did stress his achievements. We need every edge we have. We're currently seeing where we can use you best. Stand by for further orders.
Ich will mir das Deep Briefing nochmal anschauen. 11 Bodenschäden. Die Bewegungen sind echt geradlinig. Man könnte eigentlich denken, dass es sehr viel haglicher war. Das Ding weiß halt direkt, wo es und was ich jetzt gemacht habe. Also der Spieler kann das ja. Daran, welche Befehle ich eingebe, erkennt es auch, wo ich hingehe. Beziehungsweise dann Positionswechsel und dann musst du einfach bloß ein bisschen zusätzliche Magie geben und das Gelände in Punkten nur darstellen. Aber ich meine, was es für ein Flieger war. Und da war ich nicht fast gestört. Aber scheinbar mit Absicht. Oder doch aus Versehen und ich habe mich einfach nur gefangen. Einen sehr viel geringeren Wendekreis als ich. Aber ich habe es jetzt trotzdem abgeschossen. Hat dem Teil so nicht weitergeholfen. Okay, wir machen noch die eine Mission. Beziehungsweise, ja. Und singen das. Ja, wir wollen uns das
Trigger, Count. We've received official confirmation about what we're supposed to do with you. The company commander has made it clear he'd like you both to officially join our squadron. This is an unprecedented move. Seems like you've got some people looking out for you. Still, I think it's because of how you've conducted yourselves. I believe you'll be an asset to us. Okay, it's time for your briefing. For a long time, our counteroffensive has been overpowered by the Erusian drone's auto-intercept system. If a craft enters their airspace and doesn't respond to their IFF, drones automatically take off and move to intercept their target. However, we've discovered that the intercept system has a blind spot. We've acquired this valuable information by sending our other squadrons on dangerous missions to scout the whole area and initiate combat.
Okay.
Of all the pilots assigned to us, only 2 managed to survive the mission. If we don't act now, before the enemy can fill in the blind spot, those pilots will have sacrificed themselves for nothing. So, we've been ordered to carry out a long-range strategic strike. Operating separately from the main forces as the Long-Range Strategic Strike Group, we've been developing a strategy in secret. Cyclops Squadron and Strider Squadron will sortie deep into the Erusian territory and will be carrying out specialized long-range attack strategies. You will carve your way through the territory from the north to the capital of Farbanti, attacking important targets along the way. The first operation will involve striking the enemy's main naval force, the Njord Fleet, which is gathered in northern Eugene. We've known for some time that there's a large supply base utilized by the enemy fleet in the waters around Snyder's Top. At present, the enemy fleet is concentrated there. Naturally, they intend to attack eastern Eugene, where the Ostian forces are stationed. If we can surprise the enemy with a long-range attack, we could potentially do devastating damage to them. Still, It's highly likely that their advanced fleet are prepared and have started to move, so combat with the enemy fleet is probably unavoidable. We've verified the existence of a large supply base in the sea, as well as a medium-sized one in a valley by an estuary.
Okay.
It's a wide operation area, and there are a number of places you can expect large-scale combat, so we've set up a return line for replenishing supplies. Use it proactively. Anytime you feel the need to stock up on ammo or make repairs to your craft, it's there. While aircraft and ammo can be replaced, the lives of our pilots cannot. We don't want any casualties out there. Remember that. The counterattack has begun. Brace yourselves.
Okay, einfach alles in den töten. Verstanden. So. Aber... Wie auch immer. Ich glaube, das reicht erstmal für heute. Oder so können wir mal. Ja, ich bin am Gedächtnis von dem Fisch. Gut. Hätten wir somit. Also, war es das für heute. Ich hoffe, es hat euch gefallen. Und ich sehe gerade, das Spiel hat einen sehr besseren. Es gibt gerade kein Bild, aber dafür gibt es Tonbildschirm als jede anderen Spiele. Und zwar sieht man tatsächlich, welches Spiel ich hier spiele. Naja. Wie auch immer. Sieht besser aus. Okay. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Wahrscheinlich entweder wieder mit dem Spiel. Also wieder mit Ace Combat 7. Also 7. Ace Combat 7. Für die Leute, die kein Englisch können, obwohl das eigentlich ausländern könnte. Oder mit The Forest. Das werden wir sehen, wenn es soweit ist. Aber bis es soweit ist, Ciao.